Today's case brings us to Whitmore, California. In November of 2011, 23-year-old Jessica Bradford was arrested at the Julian Youth Academy in Whitmore, which is a Christian boarding school. But why? While employed at the school, Jessica became pregnant. The father was actually another staff member at the academy. Fearing that she would lose her job and disappoint both family members and her boss, she kept the pregnancy a secret. And on or around September 19, 2011, she gave birth in secret under the deck attached to the dorm building. Jessica Bradford lived in the dormitory with 6 girls that attended the academy and another staff member. Jessica brought the newborn to an empty apartment on the property where she would come and check on it during her breaks at work. But she was unable to properly care for the child, and after 4 days, she would starve to death. Roughly 6 weeks after giving birth to her baby, the staff member in her dorm was looking for some extra blankets in Jessica's room. She noticed a terrible smell, like something had died. She then discovered something very disturbing tucked inside of a laundry basket. It was Jessica's baby. At first, she didn't think it was real and had a hard time sleeping that night. When her and another staff member went back the following day, the body of the baby was gone. So they called authorities. It seems that Jessica realized that she might have been found out, so she tried to hide the baby in a utility closet across from her room. When responding officers arrived, she reluctantly led them to the utility closet where they did indeed locate the body. Jessica Bradford was taken down to the station for questioning in this very bizarre interrogation. Here's the full interrogation of Jessica Bradford. Stay with us after the interrogation for the most up-to-date information on this case and where it stands today.
Well, what can you tell me as far as you getting called up to the office today? Let's just start with that. What happened?
I just got called up and the officer was there and was like, "Can you explain to me something?" And I was like, "What?" And then he just said, "Well, we found something," and then I knew what he was talking about, so I told him, and then I showed him where the baby was. That's it.
I didn't get a chance to look at the baby very close. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
What was her name?
You didn't name her.
I know that some of the stuff we're going to talk about is, it's going to be upsetting, and I hope that you know that I'm not being insensitive.
No,
I hope you understand that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But there's, I'm tasked as the person that has to sometimes ask the tough questions. And by no means am I being disrespectful or ignorant or mean to you, even though it may, we're going to have a conversation like this. But I don't want you to think I'm me or Eric when we ask stuff that we're being insensitive, okay? Because there's some things out there that we just don't know, and we just may have to ask, and it may sound like a dumb question.
Yeah.
But by no means am I meaning that to be rude towards you. You understand that, okay?
Yeah.
Is it Jovan's baby the best? Are you sexually active with anybody else? No? And what's his take on what's going on as far as with the baby?
He doesn't know.
Okay. Does he have any idea that you were possibly pregnant at one time?
Yeah. Kept asking why my stomach was getting big, and I was like, I don't know. Because I didn't realize I was pregnant until I started showing, because my periods are so irregular. So I didn't know what to do when I started feeling it. So.
What do you mean by feeling it?
Because she'd kick and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I guess I'm pregnant. But I never tested myself or anything like that.
And how come you never told him?
So I didn't know what to do. I was scared.
Okay. Did you tell anybody that you were pregnant, or allude to them that you were pregnant? You didn't tell anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you explain why? Why didn't you tell anybody that you were pregnant?
Because I lose my job. I will lose my job, and I don't know, I just didn't want to disappoint anyone.
Who would you disappoint?
My family and like my boss and stuff.
Because you were pregnant and were married, or because you just
Yeah.
did your family ever say to you that you better not ever get
It's
pregnant? I mean,
just like what I grew up-
explain that to me.
It's just what I grew up like in a Christian home, you know, like don't have sex until you're married
Sure.
and it's like so.
Well, and growing up in a Christian home, you know, people understand that we're humans.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, all you go back to the Bible, you go back before Christ, and there's some good Christians out there that made some bad. I mean, let's talk about David. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Sarah, and all that. I mean, the people are human,
Yeah.
and you know that stuff's going to happen. And I would think that. Yeah, some people may be disappointed, but you're still somebody's daughter, right?
Yeah. And I was just really scared, I guess.
Okay. How are you doing physically? I mean, obviously after you gave birth, I mean, what happened there? Did you go to the doctor for that?
Mm-hmm. No, I just had my period for like a really long time and it was fine.
Did
I
you
haven't been to the doctor.
have been to the doctor since?
Mhm.
And how long ago did you give birth?
September 19th.
Okay. How do you know that? How do you know it's the 19th?
Because I remember.
Did you memorialize it? Did you write it down somewhere? Did you make a note of it anywhere? Help me out so I can, like I said, you know, there's some people that are going to ask questions of me at some point. How can I tell my boss that we know it was on September 19th? What was the weather like that day?
It's really windy and cold.
Okay. Was it cloudy or sunny?
And the Chargers were playing
Chargers were playing?
the Patriots.
Okay. So I'm assuming it was a Sunday?
It was like Monday morning. Like early Monday morning.
So
But I didn't go to sleep yet, so I guess, like, to me it was Sunday night.
Okay, and that's when you gave birth? It was Sunday night, was
Like at 12 or 1.
in the morning?
Yeah, of Monday morning.
So, okay. So then late that night, the Chargers played football?
On
Or that
Sunday,
day?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so before you had the baby, the Chargers played football?
Yeah.
Go Chargers.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the birth? Let's start off with, you can start off wherever you want. Tell me about that.
Like that morning I woke up and I was like having really, really bad cramps, so I guess it was like contractions and then they stopped and then that night they just kept getting worse and worse, so I went to the dentist because I need a root canal and they gave me like prescription pain meds for it or whatever, so I took that and went to try to go to sleep. And then I woke and I couldn't go to sleep because the pain was so bad and I was timing the contractions and then I just started pushing, I guess, and then I went outside and it just happened.
Who was in your dorm? Were you still in that same room, the same
Yeah.
area where you're living now?
Yeah, but no one was in there.
Okay. Now, when I was up there, it looks like, is there other girls living there in the other rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Like that Sarah Haynes or something like that? Who else lives in that section with you?
Corey, Alejandra, Heidi, and Stacy.
So all you girls live in that one area? Now, the day that you went to the dentist. Where'd you go?
I didn't go that day. It was
Okay.
like, I don't remember when, like in the summer. I don't remember.
Okay, so like weeks or months before
Yeah.
you gave birth. Oh, okay. And who was that dentist? Have you ever had any type of training or classes on being pregnant or birth or anything like that? Because you mentioned
Just like what they teach in school, I guess.
like in high school? Like just the regular
Yeah.
home ec type stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever helped deliver a baby before? Like families, because you have an older brother and he has 2 little ones, but you weren't there when they were born?
She had a C-section.
Okay. And any of your close girlfriends have kids that you may have helped them out? As nothing like that? So is it safe to say your experience as far as like childbirth or is pretty limited then?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been in a hospital room where a baby was born?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I've seen knocked up though. The closest I've come.
And you don't have any other children, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any other pregnancy scares or anything before with Jovan?
Yeah, I thought I was, but then I wasn't. So that's basically it.
Okay, how long ago was that?
A year ago.
And you said you thought you were?
Yeah, because I have like irregular periods, so. Well, I started becoming a vegetarian like 3 years ago, and that's when my periods started becoming like irregular. So then when we first started having sex, I was like freaking out all the time, thinking I was because my period skipped so much, but.
I want to go back to the night when you gave birth. You couldn't have been quiet, you know what I mean? I would imagine, how did you keep people from coming out and hearing you, or how'd that go down?
No one was really in there, and I was like sitting in my car, like when I was like going back and forth from my car to outside because I was like having such bad pain, and then I'd get in the shower because I thought the shower would like help calm me down. So I took like 8 showers, and then just like happened, I guess. It was like, I don't like, I kind of like blacked out, I guess. Like I don't remember. I feel like it's like an out of body experience. I can see myself like walking back and forth, you know. But I don't remember like screaming or anything. I remember like cussing a lot because I was like in so much pain. But I don't really remember screaming or anything.
And you stayed underneath the deck, or where else did you?
Yeah.
Is that where you actually gave birth? Was that on the deck like you showed me?
Yeah.
Okay. So then after you give birth, were you laying down or what?
Yeah. Just like holding her and like laying there. And
But when you actually gave birth, when she left the birth canal, where were you at? Were you laying down and gave birth?
no,
Or how'd that
I
happen?
was stood up since she like fell or whatever came out of me.
Okay.
And then I didn't hear her breathing or anything, and I was like, what do we do? So it was like kind of like hitting her back, not like hard, but just like trying to get her to breathe or something, and nothing happened. So then I just like sat there and like held her, and then I got in my car and I was just like holding her in there. And then I don't know. And I like showered and then like I just spent the night in my car with her. I was like so devastated. I couldn't tell anyone, I felt like.
Okay. And did you take showers with her to clean her up? I mean, because...
No, I just wiped her down with like towels and stuff.
Okay. And obviously, I mean, she still has her umbilical cord on her. How did you cut it off?
No, it's just that she like fell out and it wasn't attached to me.
Okay.
It's weird.
And then, so you gave birth on September 19th.
Yeah.
And it's today, it's November 6th. What's been going on the last couple months with you and the baby? What have you been doing with her?
She's just been in my room and on a blanket, like in a pillow blanket things, and I don't know. I was like, should I bury her? I don't know where to bury her. I don't want to see her face. Like I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I didn't know what was gonna happen. No, wait. I don't know.
Did you always keep her in your room, or did you move her around, or what? I mean, because trying to keep her away from other persons, I mean, that.
Oh
Where did you store her at, say, the first couple of days afterwards, or how? I mean, I'm not trying to be insensitive.
No,
but
I know.
I need you to help me understand that.
Well, I kept her in my car for like probably like 3 days, just like in the back. And I was like, what do I do with her? And I was thinking, okay, I'll wait 20 days off and I'll bury her or something. I don't know. And then I just was like, well, I can't keep her in here. And then I just kept her in my room in that basket. And just, my room's dirty. Like, you saw it.
It's messy, cluttered. I mean, my daughter's rooms are like that. I mean, that wasn't shocking to me. You know what I mean?
So I just like kept her like by like my closet area, like where my stuff's hung up, and under like blankets and stuff.
Did anybody ever make any comments about any odors or anything?
I thought I'd smell stuff too, and I was like I thought about like every day, like what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I don't know. Just, I don't know what I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking. But I never saw anything.
Now tonight, the hamper is in the laundry room with the blanket and pillow. How did she get there?
I put her there. Oh, I put her like how? Why did I put her in there?
Yeah,
Well, I knew that like someone saw her because like the blankets and like I had clothes and stuff on top, and I knew that they were like brushed off, and so I was like, oh, someone probably saw her, and then so I hid her like down in that electrical room because I don't know. So,
When did you think somebody ran across her or saw her?
Friday night.
Did anybody confront you about it?
Mm-hmm.
You just noticed that some sheets and stuff were messed? So from Friday night to now, where have you kept her? Just down in the electrical room?
Mm-hmm.
Who all uses that room?
No one.
And you're talking about, because I thought that was like a laundry room, or is it just electrical?
It's like
There's a water heaters in there?
Yeah, no one goes in there.
And so from Friday back to when you gave birth, she's been in your room by your closet in that same basket. Because when I saw her, I mean, and once again, I'm not being insensitive, but she looks like she's well preserved.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, doesn't look like there's an advanced state of decomposition, so I was just wondering what other type of care that you provided for her.
I just had her in between like 2 pillows and then all those blankets on top of her in my room. That's it.
Okay. When you went down to your mom's or family's down in August, did they say anything to you about your size or anything?
Well, I'm like a bigger girl, so I was like, you can't even wait. Like, I know. But,
Nobody said anything?
mm-hmm.
They asked if you were pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
What's your mom's name?
Robin.
Same last name? You aware that she's probably going to be contacted about this, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna call her?
I'm not sure yet, but obviously, I mean, this is probably. I mean, you're gonna have to deal with this.
I know.
Okay. So obviously she's going to be probably aware of it at some point whether you go home. And, are they going to fire you?
I don't know. Probably.
And she lives down in San Diego?
Yeah.
What's Dad's name?
David.
How long have they been married?
Forever.
Long enough, huh? Try to help me out just a little bit more as to why I mean, why didn't you call for help when you realized she wasn't breathing or wasn't living or what? I mean, you work with kids, you work in a capacity where you understand, you got to provide for people's needs. You got to help me out and understand why you weren't taking care of yourself and your baby at that time.
I'm just scared, I guess. I don't really have an explanation. I don't know.
I mean, I think you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah.
I mean, take yourself out of your position, put yourself in my shoes, looking in. I mean,
I'm like asking myself the same questions you are. Like, what the hell were you thinking? Like, like I don't know.
I mean, you seem like you're a bright girl, okay? I mean, you don't have any medical, don't seem like you have any medical or mental issues as far as not understanding, what you should do. You're employed, you got a decent job, and you're in a position where, you have to make decisions, sometimes probably, quick decisions as far as, people needing assistance or at least being able to talk with them. There's going to be a lot of questions asked of me as to why you just didn't employ some of that stuff and you were just scared. Some people are going to say, what? I mean, you're a 22-year-old girl, 23-year-old girl, smart. Some people are just going to say, that just doesn't sound right. I'm not saying, I know, what people are going to say. Help me out with that a little bit.
I just honestly, I didn't know what to do. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you.
Here. Yeah, I'll take a couple of those real quick.
Now you may have covered this. I know I stepped out and I apologize for that. When at the time that you gave birth, you were living by yourself, is that correct?
I live in a dorm with other girls.
But nobody was home at this time?
Well, my room was divided and there's an empty. There was a girl who lived in there and she wasn't home, or she wasn't in there. And then I don't know about the other girls.
Okay.
I don't think anyone else was there.
Okay. You said you think somebody may have seen. Who might that be? Any ideas? Or like another roommate? Why do you think, Corey, did she act different after that?
No, because she goes through my room.
Oh, okay. And she's a gal that lives in the house there with you guys?
Yeah.
Do you keep a journal or a diary or anything like that? Nothing where you might just make notes on how you're feeling or some of your thoughts on how to deal with this, or even since it's happened, how you're dealing with it? Any writings like that, just of maybe even some remorse or some sorrow about how it went down? Nothing of that nature? Nothing. Do you have a computer, a laptop, or a desktop?
Yeah, but I didn't write anything.
Nothing in the computer. Okay. What kind of computer do you have?
A MacBook.
Okay. So you said that it was Corey Alondra? Is that?
Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, who else lives in there?
Yes.
Alejandra.
Alejandra.
She wasn't living in there at the time though.
Okay. So Corey,
Corey
Alejandra's after.
Corey wasn't living in there either.
She's after also.
Yeah.
And then Stacy and Haley. Heidi. And then who else?
Was there at that in September?
Right.
I can't remember who was in those other 2 rooms, but Sarah, and I only know Sarah, Stacy, and Heidi for sure.
And are all the Stacy, Heidi, and Sarah still there? And then since then, Corey and Alejandra have moved in. Okay. All right. Now, I saw that it was kind of divided. There's like 2 halves to that building. So who is on your half?
Tara, she doesn't work there anymore.
Tara. Okay, and so she's gone already.
Yeah.
But she was living there at the time.
Yes.
And that was on your half. And what, because I saw, like you said, your room was divided. It had kind of that wall with 2 beds. But what part of the half was she on? Or
The empty side.
So you're on the far side.
Yeah.
She was on this side. And then there's 2 other rooms, is that right? Or 3? Like individual rooms?
The others 3 individual rooms.
Okay, so was anybody staying in those?
I can't remember who. I don't remember who was in those 2 rooms, but Sarah's in the 3rd room.
On that same side?
Mm-hmm. Stacy and Heidi live in like the same room, but the other side.
Okay. Now, when you gave birth under, I guess we'll call it under the porch. I don't know what else to call it. Was there any fluids left behind on the ground that you saw, or?
No, not that I remember.
Okay. And if there were, how would you have cleaned that up or concealed it? How would you have, or did you make any
I just went
attempt to
back
do that?
and like covered like it with leaves and stuff like that, but I didn't clean anything up.
Okay, but there was a spot on the ground that was visible enough so that you covered it?
I guess you could say that.
Okay.
How long did the whole birth process take place? Like when you're out by the deck, how long were you out underneath there? You said you walked back to your car, back and forth, you took some showers.
Like, what do you mean the birth? Like, how long was I
they'll
like
say
standing out
women-
there like pushing, I guess?
Well, I mean,
How long did the labor last?
Well, I guess it started that morning, but then it stopped, and then probably like 10, I think. It started getting really bad, and I felt like really sick. I felt like I had a fever, and then it just started, I guess.
how long were you underneath the deck?
I don't know. I couldn't guesstimate.
You remember anything specific? Did you see anybody that night when you walked out there? Because it's September. It's still no snow, still relatively warm. People would still be out and about.
No one was out.
Didn't see anybody.
Oh, not that I saw you.
Lost my train of thought for a minute. When you mentioned that she wasn't breathing, what was she doing? when you were dealing with her?
It's just idle. And, I don't know, just not alive.
Okay, was she moving her arms, moving her
No,
legs,
she,
spitting up, or eyes open or closed?
they were open and like I tried to close them and then when I spent the night in the car they were just like open, and then I had her on the blanket and she went to the bathroom I guess, but I googled it because I was like googling everything because I didn't have anyone's help. It was just like all me, and then it just said like that's normal when people die, they just let their like body leave. So I'm like that was on the blanket that was like in where she was found, and yeah.
What else did you Google?
I googled am I gonna like get milk, and then I googled how to handle it because my boobs hurt so bad, and then I googled how long I'm gonna bleed for, and just like stuff like that.
Did you have, I mean, how long, when you first felt the kick, you mentioned you felt something move inside.
Yeah.
How long was that before you gave birth?
Probably like a couple weeks, and then I was like googling like adoption and like safe surrender sites, and then just like as options because I was thinking like if she did live, like what I was gonna do with her, and then just stuff like that.
Okay.
And you have two girlfriends that are at the academy up there with you, and you didn't confide in them at all. And did they ask anything? Did they get suspicious? Because I know I have a daughter, and I have a wife and a daughter, and women are awesome at being intuitive, you know what I mean? Like they can just read each other and they know what's going on, and I know that girlfriends can do that too. They really know, they're in tune more than guys. Guys are out in outer space. But did they ever ask, or did they ever get suspicious and say, something's different with you? Like you hear people say, they're glowing, your skin's bright, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. Anything like that? Where you had to kind of shuck and jive a little bit?
No, not really. Like my best friend is my boss up there, and she, I guess, all my life when I get close to someone, I push them away just because I don't want to get hurt or whatever. So I guess looking back, I kind of did that with her, but she confronted me about it in a work sense of what's your attitude? Why do you have such an attitude lately? And blah blah blah. So that's basically it. Nothing baby related.
Now, when I saw her, of course, she's been out for 2 months. She's a pretty decent sized baby. Probably pretty healthy. As far as full form, full developed. I'm not a doctor by any means, but I didn't see her as being a premature sized baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, 6-7 pound baby, whatever. I'm guessing. Okay. My wife's been pregnant and whatnot, but your body carries a lot of weight when you're pregnant. And I know the day after birth, there's a huge difference. And even you mentioned earlier that you're a bigger girl. You look like you're healthy. You're not a big girl by any means, but I'm just saying there'd be a significant shape to you 2 days after you'd given birth, which would be an indicator from oh my gosh. It's not something that, because you're not a big girl 400 pound girl, like they see on TV. Mm-hmm. That says, well, yeah, I didn't know I was pregnant. You don't have that frame. Mm-hmm. And you don't have that body weight. And I'm assuming if you gave birth in September, I'm assuming back in January, you probably weren't the weight you are now. You're probably even a little less. So you put on 15, 20 pounds through the September months, and it's just not, usually when people just get fat from eating, mm-hmm. you know, it's all over your body. When a woman's pregnant, and I think I can raise my right hand and attest to this, the first 5-6 months, you know, they may get some water weight, but a lot of the weight is concentrated to the midsection.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last couple months, you know, they start putting, you know, some extra weight everywhere else because they're getting ready to give birth. That's just the body's natural way of doing it. But when you know, after birth, a lot of that weight, I mean, obviously the midsection weight drops significantly because you have the baby, and you have the water weight, and then you have the, you know, the placenta and all the afterbirth stuff. That stuff goes away, and there's a girl that I know, it's actually my wife's cousin. She just gave birth 2 weeks ago, and when I saw her before she gave birth, I mean, she gave birth to an 8-pound baby. And there was no denying, she's not a big girl, she's about your frame. But the amount of weight she put on, and she was healthy, you know, she watched what she ate, she just didn't pound hamburgers or anything else, she was very conscientious about what she ate. But there was no doubt that she was pregnant, and then she gave birth, and then now it's like, I wouldn't even known that she was pregnant 2 weeks ago because she's lost so much weight. Mm-hmm. That's just a natural thing that your body does. And I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around that nobody's called you out on it. Close friends, boyfriend, I mean, come on. I mean, we've all been there. He's married, I'm married. I mean, unless you're wrapped in a gunny sack and not letting him touch you anywhere, it's kind of hard to disguise. I mean, help me out with that. What happened?
Well, I mean, I started wearing like bigger clothes, and like it's the style now to have like flowy shirts. So I like have a lot of those. And Siobhan would say like, why is your stomach getting so big, and like you're getting bigger, and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh. And no one really said anything like after either. But
is it?
Like I could when I was pregnant, I could suck my stomach in like all the way. It was like weird. I could make it look like I like wasn't at all, but like when I was sitting.
Yeah, but you can't suck it in 12 hours a day, working around the kids, working, you know, he's sucking it in right now and he's having a hard time. Okay. But I mean, I hear you, but also, I mean, reality is what it is. I guess one of my concerns is if I start asking around up there and people start saying, well, you know, yeah, we told her she was, you know, she looked like she was pregnant. Is anyone's going to say anything contrary to what we're hearing tonight? I just want to make sure, because listen, now's the time that we need to get everything out. I mean, I understand your embarrassment. Obviously, your work knows. I mean, the snowball's rolling downhill. You know what I mean? As far as you trying to keep this quiet. If folks knew you were pregnant, you had the baby, or didn't know, and you told them some other reason as far as why the baby wasn't there, I need to know that now. I don't know that right now. I'm just saying, I'm trying to head things off in the past.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone, and no one confronted me or anything like that.
Okay. And obviously, I mean, if I spoke with Jovan and asked him, said, hey, what's up with Jessica? What about the baby? What's he, you know him well enough, you've been with him for 3 years, you're in a relationship. What's he gonna say to me?
Probably like, I kind of had a feeling, but he didn't know. I don't know.
Have you and Javon discussed having a child before? Was he for it? Was he against it?
Yeah, like in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, hey, let's have a baby.
What do you think his response would have been if he'd have found out you were pregnant?
I don't know. Probably like as like abortion wise or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
Would he have been excited? Would have he wanted to share that with you, or would he have? Is he the kind of guy who said, "Not right now. I've got my own thing going," and to use your words, to have an abortion?
I think he would have been bummed because, like, both of our jobs, and you know, we both moved up here to do this and stuff like that. So, but I don't think he told me to or asked me to get an abortion or anything like that.
Were you guys sexually active up through the end of your pregnancy?
Mm-mm. We like in the beginning, and then he started like withdrawing from me, I guess, like in the middle, like in the summer. So we're still together, but we just weren't. We were more like friends and boyfriend and girlfriend. So,
How would you characterize your guys' relationship now?
really good.
When was the last time you had sex?
Like earlier this week.
And that was with Javon.
Real quickly, what are the names of your two close girlfriends up there?
Corey and Tiffany.
Same Corey that lives in the house there?
Yeah.
Okay. And Tiffany's your boss?
How are you feeling about talking with us right now? About this? How do you feel?
I just wanted it to be over.
Oh, okay. No, I hear you there. Do you have any questions of me or of us as far as what's been going on tonight?
No, not really.
I need to make a phone call. I don't know if you need one. I need to step out and make a phone call.
I've had a few missed phone calls.
Let me check that. We'll be back in a few minutes. If you need to use the restroom, do you need to use the restroom or anything? Okay, if you do, go out the door. Work your way down the hallway. I'll be right back, okay? Busy, my partner will be busy for a few minutes. Hanging in there? Yeah? Okay. I want to clarify a couple things. You mentioned back when you went to the dentist. And how, when was that? What month was that?
Like July.
Now you mentioned that you went outside to deliver the baby, but there was nobody inside the house. Why'd you go outside?
Cause I didn't know if anyone was home. Like no one was in my room. That's what I'm saying. Cause you know how I live with.
Right, you have the kind of open floor.
Yeah. So I went outside because I didn't know if anyone else was in like the building or anything.
Okay. But you went out at what, like at 9? You went out in dark time, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Nobody came looking for you? I mean, you're with your boyfriend at that time, you're dating or whatever.
And
How'd you keep people at bay looking for you or whatnot?
Alejandra lives with Tiffany and she broke her pelvis. So Tiffany and her husband and Javon and the husband's brother, they like went to the casino that night and they're just like watching after her because she's like in a wheelchair or whatever. So I was like going back and forth between Tiffany's house and my house, and then after I left Tiffany's house, that's why Javon wasn't there, which is really weird because we're like with each other like all the time.
What's Tiffany's last name?
Morgan.
She's still up there?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you and Javon had taken a break from your dating relationship. Why?
not like a break. We just kind of like were distant from each other. We didn't change our relationship on Facebook or anything like that. You know, it's just like just because we like live the same lives and we don't have like separate people. So I guess we're just kind of getting like annoyed with each other.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, I've been married for 15 years, and you know, sometimes you need your space, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not, you know, weeks or months at a time. How long were you guys apart?
Well, we'd still hang out every day and stuff like that. We just weren't like kissing and hugging and stuff like that. So
Was that more on your end or his end?
his end?
Was he seeing anybody else at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you mentioned when you started gaining your weight, you were wearing looser fitting clothes, and that was a style or whatever.
Well, I like always wear like sweats and stuff to work and bigger stuff. It's just like my style.
So did you purchase any extra clothes because you weren't fitting in the other clothes that you already had, or what?
No, because I like wear leggings all the time and
Like the stuff you're wearing now?
Yeah, it's like super flexible, so I didn't really.
Didn't have to change your style of dress much?
Mm-mm.
When the weeks when you realized that you were actually pregnant, how are you going to deal with it? I mean, obviously you didn't know things were going to happen the way they did, so what was your game plan? What were you going to do?
I didn't know. I thought I'd figure it out when like it came, but as I said, I was like googling like adoption and safe surrenders, but it's like I can't like live my life thinking like there's someone out there I don't even like know who she is, you know, or like growing up and I don't know. So I was just like weighing out my options, seeing what was gonna happen.
I mean, that day was going to come. I mean, you know, it's
And I was like,
not that day's not going to cut. Not, you know, I mean, you have to plan for it. I mean, you were just going to wait to see. And I mean, what are we going to do? That's the next morning. You have a baby that needs fed and crying and stuff. I mean, it's game time. You know what I mean? What was your game plan?
I didn't have one.
I mean, you knew at some point the baby was going to come, but you didn't have any preparation for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and people give kids up all the time. I mean, a lot more of that happens than we know.
It's just like I don't know, like I'm just like so scared, and I'm adopted, and like it makes me wonder like if my mom thought of me, and like, so I don't know, I just was like thinking about like all these things of like what I was gonna do, and like if I was gonna like run away or like tell Javon, or like I didn't know.
When the time came, when the baby came, what was your first thought? I mean, when you realized you were having that baby that night?
I don't know, I just wanted to get it out of me, like, so I can think about what I was gonna do, but I don't know. It was, like, I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, I was, like, Googling safe surrender sites, because, like, I didn't have, like, an adoption anything set up, so, like, that's what I was thinking. I would drive to, like, Chico or something, because I didn't want to do it here.
Why didn't you want to do it here?
I think Reading's weird. I think Chico's more normal, I guess. But
Now, you mentioned you had another scare about a year ago.
mm-hmm.
Explain that one to me.
Well,
Jessica, I just need you to be honest with me about stuff. Okay? Just be honest with me. We gotta get through this together. Okay? We gotta get through this together.
Like March of last, like 2010, I did have another baby.
Yeah. What happened then?
And I went to the hospital at 7, and I like had a stillbirth, I guess. And that's why I like didn't want to tell Javon, because he like did take me to the hospital, and he was like so heartbroken, and like seeing that. I don't know. I just like didn't want to put him through that again. That's why I like didn't want to get help or tell him or anything. And I just feel like such a horrible person because I feel like that's not me at all.
Well, I know people get in times in their lives where they do things that aren't the norm. You know, I mean, we've all been there. It goes back to the whole, we're all human. And the mind's a powerful thing. And sometimes we make decisions that necessarily probably weren't the best at the time. And then when you have some time to reflect, you realize, you know, I probably shouldn't have done some of the things that I did. We're all been there. It goes back to being human. What happened? What happened with the baby?
The first one?
No, this one.
I've been honest the whole time with that.
Because here's the thing. When the coroners look at it, okay, you know, they're gonna be able to tell us exactly what happened with the baby. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And my concern is that the baby, when she came out, she was alive. And today she's not, and I need to know why. And I understand your concerns from your first baby, and maybe your thoughts at the time when you had this baby, that maybe some things went wrong, something happened. Not necessarily that you didn't want to happen, but maybe something did happen. And I just want to know what that is. So I can try to piece this together, so we can try to get through this together, okay? Whatever you tell me here tonight, you're going home and we're going to get through this. Okay? You got my word on that. I know you haven't been completely honest with me tonight. Okay? I knew about March 10th, about March 2010, and you knew that. Okay? But here's the thing is I don't want any surprises. Okay? I don't want any surprises tomorrow. I don't want any surprises Tuesday. And I don't want to have to come back and ask you, do you remember our conversation we had the other day? And I have to come back and say, well, here's the thing. I need to know it today. I need to know it right now. And I need you to tell me what happened that night. Okay? Can you do that for me? Okay, that's all I need from you. What happened? Come on. What happened? You can tell me.
That's what happened.
What happened after the baby was born? You can tell me. Come on. Okay? I'm not going to think anything bad of you. Okay? I know people get themselves in binds sometimes. But what happened?
She was alive.
I know that. What happened? Come on, Jessica. Come on. Tell me.
I just like held her as long as I could, and I like tried to breastfeed, but like nothing was coming out, and I was like trying like my best. I don't know. And then so I was like got in my car so many times to take her to Chico, but I couldn't like get myself to do it, and then like it took like only 48 hours, so it was like, well, she's mine, and I like didn't know what to do. Like I was like, oh, do I take her to the ER? I don't know. And like my milk just wasn't producing, so I couldn't feed her. And I was like, should I go to Walmart and get formula? And then I like didn't know what to do.
Okay. So what did you do?
I just.
Jessica, tell me. What'd you do?
I just like took care of her tried to feed her, and I guess she just starved. But I didn't like harm her or anything. Like it wasn't intentional. Like I wanted.
It's okay. Okay? But I just need to know the truth. What'd you try to feed her?
my milk. She like, wasn't producing anything. That's it.
Well, how many days did this go on?
Like 4.
Where'd you go? Let's talk about it. This is the stuff I need to understand. Where'd you go? How'd you hide out?
It was like an empty apartment on campus, and I had her in there like with blankets and heat, and like I bathed her in there and like slept in there with her. I just like did my best I could.
So how'd you get through that with your work schedule? I mean,
I would just go and check on her and stuff, and work and stay there as late as I could and stuff like that.
did you try to give her like regular milk? Did you get bottles? I mean,
I tried to give her. I didn't have any bottles, so I was just like putting my finger, like, like whatever you do, and.
why didn't you just step up and say, I have a baby and I need help?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, and here's the thing.
I wanted to buy like everything.
Well, I understand that.
I killed someone.
I guess if Javon was so upset about the stillborn, I think he would be elated about this. Wouldn't he?
I mean, what?
That he'd be happy. That he now, I mean, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think so, but I don't know.
How long, what day did she die?
I went and checked on her, and I think it was like Thursday. I don't remember all the days
Yeah,
were
but-
together.
You gotta help me out with this one, Jessica. When my youngest son was born, he was tongue-tied and he couldn't breastfeed, he couldn't drink, and that kid squalled and yelled and cried because he was so hungry, and it was deafening. Okay, how did baby do that? How did you get through that? Because somebody had to hear her.
I don't know, like how cause it's like a modular, and there's 2 apartments, and the people that live next to it were out of town, and there's no one else around, so.
I mean, as soon as you opened that door, I imagine she was squalling.
She like slept really good, and I just like held her off. She like really didn't cry often. Like it sounds weird, but honestly, she really didn't, and I was like so surprised. I was like, I don't know. And I tried like giving her water and stuff. I knew like no nutrition in it was in it or anything.
So why didn't you just call for help?
I don't know. I regret it so much.
All you had to do was go to Javon, go to your girlfriends, and just say, I'm in a bad way, I have a baby, and I don't know what to do. But, I mean, you knew what to do. You knew she needed fed. But why didn't you just come out? I mean, it's 2011,
I know.
okay? People have kids at the drop of a hat. You know what I mean? I mean, at the drop of a hat. I mean, girls at 13 may have kids and they make it. And you've seen that. You know that. I mean, you've been around this stuff. You hear what these girls go through.
Like why I couldn't do it. Like I just felt, I guess, like life was going so good, but like, I don't know. I honestly don't. I can't even answer that question for myself. I can't.
But listen, you had time to reflect. You had 2 months to reflect to find that answer. And today's that day. Tonight's that night. I need you to give me that answer as to how this came to be. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Did you give birth under the deck?
Yeah, everything else was honest to fall.
Did you drive towards Chico? Did you drive down Whitmore Road? Let's talk about that a little bit, okay? How many-
He spent the night in my car with her, and then that morning I just left her there for like an hour in my car, and I was like, okay, morning, I'll go, and then got my wallet and everything, and I was like ready to go, and I got in my car and I drove, and I was just like looking at her, and I was like, I can't give her away, like I can't. And then
Well, if you couldn't give her away,
and then
why didn't you provide for her?
And then, like, I did want to bring her down, like day 3 or 4, but I just, like, I was like, they're gonna think, I don't know, you know, I just had so many excuses for myself. It's just stupid.
And you said you left her in the car? Where was the car at?
In the parking lot.
Okay. So then you were up at your place, and then you decided to take her down somewhere.
Yeah.
Nobody heard her? I mean, baby, a 3-day-old baby doesn't sit quiet very often unless they're sound asleep.
No, I didn't leave her in the car, like, the whole time.
But like
Just
for an
that-
hour or whatever.
Yeah. No, she was sleeping.
Did you think that your life would be better without her? Because you said you had so much going for you. Did you feel that if you didn't have her,
No.
you'd be better off?
The only reason, like, I think like that is because if I had a baby, then I don't have a job, and like, I don't have a place to live, and like, and then Javon doesn't have a job, and he doesn't have a place to live, and it was just like,
Well, but there's so much public assistance out there, and you're aware of that because you see the kids come through, and there's forms and paperwork and stuff. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but welfare and all that stuff. And just because you lose that job doesn't mean you can't go get another job somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's no disrespect. It's not like that job, is $100,000 a year. I mean, it's minimum wage or better? How much do you make an hour?
11,
Okay, and they take out how much for your room and board there?
300.
Okay, so you're actually making probably about $950 a month. Okay. But yet your parents have been married forever. Your brother's got 2 kids. You have to pull the red handle and call home and say, I have a baby. I mean, you know that.
I don't know, like, I know all the right answers, and I know everything, and I don't know why I didn't do it, like, honestly. It's so stupid. Like, what was I wasn't thinking. Sucks.
What was her name?
I didn't name her.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey. I just want to try to help you, Jessica. Okay? I got to figure out how we're going to help you.
I'm sorry I wasn't honest.
Why weren't you honest with me?
Cause like, I've been hiding it so long, it's just like deep down in there, and I don't know.
It wasn't deep down in there tonight. You couldn't hide it. Okay?
Like, I was such a strong Christian, and I feel like I can't even pray anymore, cause like, why pray? Like, I feel like God's just like gonna be like, what? You're retarded. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay. But if you're such a strong Christian, you also know
Like, forgiveness and stuff, but oh.
that you also know the parables and everything else in the Bible and life stories. Okay, I mentioned it earlier about David and Bathsheba. Okay, And I know it's Bible stories, and I know, but it's hard sometimes to really understand and relate to that. I'm assuming. Did you ever read that passage?
Yeah.
And try to find a message out of there for yourself?
I haven't read the Bible in a while, but
But
I just
we're all familiar
don't
with
feel
David.
worthy, you know?
I can understand that. Now let's go back a little bit. At what point did you realize you were actually pregnant?
Just when she started kicking, I don't know how far along that is. Like when I started gaining weight, so probably like 5 months in.
So she was actually born on September 19th.
Yes.
Is that an accurate date?
Yes.
Okay, so she's a New Year baby. New Year's Eve baby.
I guess, yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay, I have a September 16th baby. Okay, she's a New Year's baby. You know what I mean? Well, she's not a baby anymore. She's a 9-year-old, but so probably April, May. You started feeling.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't remember.
I just-
keep track.
Isn't that about the same time that Jovan started pulling away from you? And now why was that?
I think it's like, not that, oh, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you that, okay? Because from being on the man side, sometimes we pull away if we're being pushed away. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes I come home and it's a lot colder in the house than it is outside. Okay. And so, when you're in a relationship with persons for a while, 3 years is a pretty good time to be with somebody. You don't really have to say a lot for somebody to know where you're coming from. You understand what I'm saying about it? Did you turn cold on them? Or just not were you not so affectionate to kind of keep them away?
I guess, yeah.
I'm just asking. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm trying to.
Looking back, I guess I kind of was. It's fair to say.
Okay, and let's go back to this. Since you had the baby, and I'm pretty sure you probably lost some weight and some size, what has he come to you and said to you?
He honestly hasn't really said anything.
I have to go back a little bit on some of the stuff we talked about today,
Yeah.
okay, because of the dishonesty. And listen, you're not the first person that sat and talked with me that's been dishonest, okay? I'm used to that, and I don't hold it against him. I haven't been honest all my life either, okay? We all are dishonest for different reasons. A lot of it's because of fear. A lot of it's because of being persecuted or looked at because we don't want to talk. So I understand that, and I don't hold that against you. I don't hold anything against anybody, okay? That's the whole forgiveness thing. I don't let the sun go down on my wrath. You know what I mean? So I try to keep my slate clean, so the next day I can try to start fresh. And usually it gets screwed up before my first cup of coffee. But so I don't hold anything against you. And what we're going through right now, I don't hold that against you. Okay? I can understand your thoughts, but I have to make this make some sense. Okay? And you realize some of it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you're a smart girl. You don't seem like you're cuckoo. You hold down a job. I'll tell you this, I'm having a hard time understanding why you just didn't say I need help.
Honestly, I don't have a reason. It's so retarded. Just because, of the whole job situation. I love where I work and...
Is it easier for you to let her pass than give her up? Was that a thought? You follow me? I'm trying to be sensitive, but
yeah, no, I know.
Did you rationalize that? Well, if I just let her die, at least.
No, I didn't want her to die and intentionally thought. No, that wasn't.
But I'm just saying, if she was just a pass, did you pray for God to take her?
No.
Because you didn't want to give her up because you tried. But I'm trying to. I've had cases like this. I had a case not too long ago where the woman just felt that, well, I couldn't give her up. But if I could spend as much time with her as I could, it was a boy. And if he just passed on, I could deal with that more than giving him up for adoption because maybe he didn't need to be in this world anyway. You'd be better off with God. This world's screwed up. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking those the thoughts today. I'm asking about back in September.
I mean, looking back, maybe, like, I don't remember thinking that, but, like, looking back of, like, what, like, my actions were, maybe that's, like, what, do you get what I'm trying to say, kind of thing? Like, not intentionally, like...
No, I'm not saying. I'm just rationalizing.
Yeah, like, those were my intentional thoughts, but, like, that's, like, maybe that's what I did, I don't know.
Well, I mean, now basically you have, I want to say 2 or 3 options, but adoption, do nothing, or take care of them. Okay? You didn't give up for adoption. You didn't take care of her. And so basically we're left at default with letting God take her on his time or on her time and let her expire. I mean, that's how I see it. And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I'm trying to get the rationalization to understand this and go back a little bit as far as maybe what your thought was at the time.
Well, like, so she was born on, like, Monday, and then I was, like, hanging out with her or whatever, and then I went back to work on Wednesday, and I was like, okay, if she makes it till, like, Sunday, then I'll try to do something, like, find something for her, but she didn't. And I, like, just kept making up all these excuses, and then I was like, I'll call in sick to work tomorrow. And then it was just, like, a busy day, so I was like, I can't do that. And it's just, like, excuses after excuses I was making for myself that, like, I don't know.
Were you Googling stuff afterwards to try to figure out how to feed her? I mean, let's go back to the Google stuff.
Yeah.
What all were you Googling that day?
How to, like, make your milk come faster, and, like, everything was like, take her to your doctor, take it to the doctor. Like,
why could you just...
I don't know.
I mean, you just took her to a walk-in clinic. That's between you, the doctor, and the clinic. It's not like they're going to put you on the billboard on I-5 and say, Jessica was here with her baby that nobody knew about. You know what I mean?
I didn't
Why
even
did you
know I could go to a clinic.
Well, you can go to the hospital. You went to Mercy Hospital last time? Right?
And I didn't, like, because I don't want to deal with that. It's
Well,
just
they
like,
still have to treat you regardless, but you can go to Shasta Regional. You know what I mean? You could have went anywhere.
yeah, I know.
Be difficult or be a jerk to you,
No.
but obviously, I mean,
I've asked, like, the same questions myself. I don't know. Doesn't make sense in my head.
did anybody know that you were pregnant?
Honestly, no one did. I never told anyone.
Does anybody know that you've given birth and things have gone on the way they have?
No.
I'm the only one right now. I'm the only one that knows the whole truth.
Yes.
Is that true or not?
True.
What else should I be asking you to try to piece this together? Because I'll be honest, I know you might be holding back some information.
I'm not.
What?
I'm
Tell me everything else I need to know.
It is out there now.
When
I
you
didn't harm the baby. I didn't give her anything. I didn't take anything like that. I didn't do anything to her to hurt her.
So there's when the coroners look at her, there's no suffocation.
Yeah,
There's no
no.
strangulation.
No.
There's no blunt force trauma. Have you ever heard that term before?
No.
Okay, like she wasn't beat, nothing
No.
like that.
No.
So the coroner's going to come back and basically say that, and it may sound bad, that she died of starvation. Okay. What about the umbilical cord?
What about?
I
I didn't cut it. She fell out, and
Okay.
I thought it was weird because I was like, don't I have to cut it? And
Yeah, usually you do, and usually, I mean, that's like some pretty tough stuff.
yeah, so I didn't understand that part.
So, I'm sorry. Late Sunday night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, Monday, somewhere around there is when you gave birth. And what day did you find her dead? Thursday? What do you have in there?
Just my calendar.
Okay.
I think it was like Thursday. Yeah, it was the 22nd after work that I found her.
So after you discovered her dead, like I said, she's in very good shape for being deceased for a month and a half. How have you been taking care of her?
Just in that basket.
Just in the basket with the pillows and the blankets. You've been cleaning her?
Mm-hmm.
Just
I just kept her in there. Are you saying like she should have decayed more or something?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I don't know.
but she's been in your room.
Yeah.
And what temperature you usually keep your room at? Between, you know what I mean?
Like normal air temperature, not any like more hot or more cold or anything.
Okay. And the reason I say that is, I see dead bodies every week. Okay. September, October was warm. Even we have persons that die all the time, natural causes or whatever, and just the body itself decomposes on itself. And 2 weeks can go by in a house that's regulated and the person is not even recognizable. And that's what I'm saying. She, from what I saw, was in remarkable shape. I just didn't know if there was any extra care or concerns. I mean, at one point the thought was, well, maybe she was frozen for a while. Okay. Nothing like that. So just from when she passed, basically in that hamper, blankets, pillows, kept in your bedroom up until Friday-ish when you moved her to the electrical hot water heater room. What did you first think when the sheriff contacted you?
Just kind of like relieved in a way that I don't have to like lie about it anymore.
It's over. Yeah, that's normal. What did you think when I asked you to come down and talk with me? Was there any point this morning that you were just going to come out and tell me, or was I going to have to get it out of you?
Oh, I wanted to tell you everything.
What was hanging you up? I mean, obviously we got through that bridge, but what was hanging you up in the beginning? Why didn't you just come out and tell me when we first sat down and was talking about stuff? Embarrassment? Was it because my partner was in here?
No. I just feel like an ugly, disgusting person, and it's like hard to admit.
Sure.
Oh,
Jessica, like I said, I understand that. I sit and talk with people that go through that do all kinds of hideous, nasty. I mean, you name it. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen it. I've heard it. There's nothing that can really shock me anymore. Like my wife says, my shocker's broken. You know what I mean? And like I said, I also understand sometimes people can put themselves in a position that maybe they didn't necessarily mean, but it doesn't mean that makes it right or it gives them an excuse to do wrong. Okay. Let me get with my partner real quick, talk with him a little bit, let him know what's going on. Okay. Do you use the restroom or anything? Okay. I have to go over a couple things with you and get some things squared away before we part tonight, okay? All right? Sit here for a few minutes, think about something else. I'll probably have to come back and get some questions once I get some more things figured out. But I do appreciate you being honest with me about it and not making it difficult. Because you knew I was going there. Okay. The baby from back in March, what happened? The coroner come get the baby?
what do you mean?
You had the stillborn back in March of 2010?
Yeah, I had it in the hospital. That was the thing.
You never saw her?
I never saw
Okay.
Well, I held her for like a second, and then I never saw her.
Okay. And that was a hospital birth. You had her while you were in the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
And Jovan knew about that or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who all knew about that pregnancy?
Javon.
Okay. So he was there with you, and then that was a boy or a girl?
That was a girl.
And she came out stillborn?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you name her?
Bella.
Bella. What are we gonna name this one? I think the coroner's gonna need a name, I'm not sure, but. Okay. I don't think I need it today. I'm gonna give you my contact information. I'll be contacting you again probably in the next, well, it's now Monday, probably later today. And get some stuff, we just need to make sure we have some close contact until we get everything worked out, okay? But we don't have to worry about all that stuff right now, but I think the coroner's gonna require some type of name since, and also, is it all right, can I get a buccal swab saliva sample for DNA comparisons? I mean, that's something we have to do. Will you provide that for me? Okay. So let me go take care of some of that stuff. Tissues, bathroom if you need it. There's some water out there if you need it.
Okay.
And then I'll be back as soon as I can, okay? All right.
Hi. Hello? Can you hear me? What did Sarah tell you? What did Sarah tell you? What did she tell you? And that's it? Okay. Nothing, I just have a lot to tell you. I have the car keys. And my keys are inside the car. You have the car with you? How'd you get it? Have you talked to her? Do you know what's going on? Tell me what you know. Are you okay? Where are you? Okay. Okay, do you want to come down and... Are you going to stay down here with me? Okay. Okay, I'm not done here. I said I'm not done here, so I don't know when I will be. But you should probably just come down because they're planning on taking me back up. What? No, they are gonna take me back up unless I tell them I'm going somewhere else. Okay, I need to tell them where to go. What? Okay, then call me when you get into town. Okay, bye.
You ever given buccal swabs before?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple. There's 2 of them. You just put it in your mouth, rub it on the inside of your cheek for a couple seconds, and then we'll put it back in here, and that's it. Just do that on one side of the cheek and a little bit more. See it? There you go. And then do that one on the other side. Boyfriend? Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean?
Well, I asked him, and I was like, what do you know? And he's like, I'll tell you later. Because he's told me I can't go back up there or something.
He what?
I guess Sarah, one of the other managers, said that I can't come back up there.
He told you she said that?
He said, Sarah says you need to get a hotel tonight or something.
Can we confirm that so we don't drive all the way? Is he coming
Yeah,
down
he's
to bring
coming
your
down.
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll take care of that before we get done. What was I gonna say? What questions do you have of me?
Should I have any questions?
If you do, I will answer them for you.
What's going to happen from here?
Well, once we figure out where you're going tonight, as far as coming down or meeting you or whatever, I'll take you there. And then tomorrow, I gotta get with the coroner's office to check on the baby to see, what the actual cause of death is. Are they gonna come back tomorrow and tell me that the cause of death is anything other than starvation, suffocation?
Mm-hmm.
Did you suffocate her?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want them coming back and telling me, and they will. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're good at what they do.
I watch CSI, I know. And
Yeah.
Dexter.
And so if I don't want them coming back saying anything other than, it just looks like exposure or maybe starvation. And if it is, you need to tell me now.
Is what?
Is she gonna?
Oh, no.
Did you
no.
suffocate her?
No.
Once I have the autopsy tomorrow, I'll get a hold of you. Come see you, let you know what's going on, and we'll take it from there. Because frankly, I don't know really what's going to happen come morning time. Okay, I gotta go with the district attorney's office and talk to them and see what's going to happen. Okay. I just want to make sure that everything is out there, because I don't want it. Like I said, I don't want to have any more surprises. Okay.
Everything's up there.
And the coroners will also be able to tell me the approximate range of death. It's not going to be in the last couple weeks.
No, September.
September?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that in your calendar?
No.
So what is Jovan calling you back, or is he on his way down, or what?
He's still on campus because he's texting me, so I don't know. What do you mean?
Is he coming down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you want, we can wait here. I can meet you. I can take you to meeting, wherever. If you want to figure that out, we can go from there. Let me go put this away. Give me a minute. I'll be right back, okay? Try to figure out if he's coming down or not. We can just meet him. Or he can come here.
Couple of quick questions while Brian's on the phone. Where is that MacBook? Is it MacBook laptop computer?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that at?
It's on campus.
Do you know where?
Yeah, it's at Javon's.
At Javon's? Okay. Do you have any objection that's going and looking at? Because we just want to verify the stuff that you said you Googled. Is that okay? And is there a password for it?
Like an admin password?
Yeah, to get in to look at like things that you Googled.
I I like delete all my history, like not in a like bad way. It's just like 'cause my
Yeah,
computer's
there's still, we
full all
have,
the time.
we have a
Okay.
thing that'll let us.
It's a,
And then this, if you don't mind, look, you can read this and look over it. But it'd be your name, and then you're just giving us permission to look inside your computer. And your signature there. We're already at the 8th. I'll date it for you. Oh, you can't, doesn't matter. See, it's this 8th day of November.
it's the 7th.
We're in the 8th now.
Tuesday's the 8th.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh,
It's Monday.
yeah, you're right. It's Monday. It's the 7th.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Just so I can coordinate with my bosses, am I taking you up there? Or is Javon coming down or what?
Javon's coming down. I'm booking a hotel right now.
Okay, you just want to have him come here and pick you up from here, and then you
Sure.
guys can go from there. Does he know where you're at specifically?
No. Can you drop me off at a hotel or no?
Yeah. I could.
Maybe that'll be easier.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just waiting for when I'm getting.
okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. Whenever we get down, I can take you over there. That's fine.
Okay.
And where's your car at? Do you have a car?
Me and Javon share a car.
Oh, you share a car? Okay. Because somebody was mentioning about your car. I didn't know if you guys had separate cars or whatever. So,
All right, thank you.
any word yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna say for Ramada.
Ramada. Twin View Boulevard.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he there waiting for you now, or are you just?
No, he's on his way down.
Hey, Eric said he's gonna bring down the laptop.
I texted him. I
Thank you.
don't know if he got it.
Okay. Let me get. I think I got your social security number. Do you know your driver's license number?
No, I don't.
What letters to start with? Anything? Any numbers in? And then, just to go back a little bit for a little cleanup, where at up there was baby? You said you kept her in one of the vacant residences. Where's that in relation to where you were staying? Is it still vacant? So I'd just go take a look at it. But I can deal with that through them up there. Where at? Because like you drive in, and like here's your place. Okay, and this is where I met you right here. Where at do I need to go, or do you know, is it numbered? Are those places numbered up there or what?
No.
Because here's the office.
You go this road, curves around.
Uh-huh.
And then there's like a house right here.
Okay.
And then Javon lives here. And then there's like another house right here. And there's 2 apartments right here and 2 apartments right here. And then there's this one.
Okay. What color are they? Are they all, that's dark up there
I
obviously.
think it's like white or something.
Are they all the same color?
Yeah.
Any of them does this one have like a distinct type door, anything different from the other? It's just vacant?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is
And
it,
then there's a road that goes down this way, but it goes that
okay.
way.
And why is this place always vacant? Just because there's not enough staff to
There's
keep
no
up?
one in there.
Okay. So you want to wait to hear back from Javon? You want me to take you up there and we can wait up there for him? What do you want to do?
You can just take me there and we can meet, I guess.
Okay. Let me grab a couple things and Eric and I'll get you right up and that'll cover it for tonight. What do you, now somebody said you can't go up there, or are you just staying down here for drama free, or what's going on? Or do you know yet?
I don't know anything.
We're just trying to think of tomorrow so I can touch base with you. Because checkout up there is 11.
But I booked it because it's already today, so. I
Oh,
booked
that's
it
right.
till tomorrow.
So you're going to be there at least. How about And I have your number, right?
Yes.
Let's tentatively meet back here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Can we do that? So we can iron out whatever we need to and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're at right now?
No.
Give you the address. It's, you know what, well, actually, do you know where the main courthouse is on Court Street? I'm right across the street from it.
Okay.
When we walk out, I'll show you that's the courthouse and you'll know where it's at.
Okay.
So I'll give you my business card so you can call me also. But before I forget, let's just meet here at 1 tomorrow because I can have some more answers and we can talk about some stuff and get things squared away if you're cool with that. So let me go grab my partner, grab a couple things, and we'll take you up there and I'll give you my business card. And at that, we'll go from there, okay? You're already crying. I'm gonna close this, okay? Just for privacy again. Because since it is the daytime now, people are really out and about, and we get people that come in and use the bathroom. So once again, I just don't want people don't need to really know our business. Okay. Just kind of like yesterday or this morning or whatever it was. Just the ground rules are: doors unlocked. You go to the bathroom. If you want to stop, take a break, whatever you need, just tell me. Okay. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. Do you need water? Do you need any water? Okay. Do you need to use the restroom? Good to go. Real quick, no guns or knives in the purse?
No.
Can I just take a quick
Yeah.
peek just to make sure? Not that I don't trust you, but no guns or anything?
No.
Okay. Perfume, makeup, the typical.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, like I said, I appreciate you coming down. Okay. I know it's probably difficult to get through the day and whatnot, but I just want to see how you're doing and see what's going on, and there's some stuff I got to follow up with you on, some more questions I want to ask you. If you don't want to, and just like I said, like last night, if you don't want to talk, just tell me, and we'll go from there. Javon's just a couple doors down. He's going to talk to Caleb. I don't think you met Caleb. He was the bigger detective that was out there last night when we all showed up, because he had talked to Javon, and I'm sure you're aware of that. Okay. But how are you doing?
I guess.
Okay. And I know remember I told you last night about sometimes I'm gonna ask some dumb questions, and it's not that I'm insensitive or not caring, but how come you're crying right now and upset?
I just want this to be like over with.
Okay. And what do you
Just,
mean
like,
by
so
what do you mean by that?
drained.
Okay. Did you get any sleep last night or this morning when we left you?
Kind of.
Okay. Did you get something to eat today, this morning?
No, I'm not hungry.
Well, do this for me. I left you at 3 o'clock this morning, and it's now 1, so I did figure my clock finally. What's been going on the last 10 hours? Tell me about your day. Tell me just general conversation.
I just slept and then John was like, what's going on? And I couldn't tell him before I went to sleep, so I just told him this morning.
Okay. What did you tell him? Did you tell him everything?
No.
What's going on?
No.
Well, come on now. Listen, okay. I know it's tough, and I know it's easy for a lot of people to say, I don't know. But now's the time that I need you not to say the I don't knows and kind of help us figure out what happened as far as how come we got to this point. I can't have any you do with a lot of the I don't knows, okay? Because I need to have some sort of answer. So you didn't tell Javon the whole story today. Why? What were you thinking at that time that you couldn't tell him?
I told him everything, but I told him what I was telling you the first half of the night, that she didn't live.
Okay. So did you classify her as stillborn or okay? So that's what he knows right now, and you didn't tell him anything else. Okay. You know at some point, and probably today, you need to tell him that he deserves that. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, looking at him, he looks like doesn't know which way is up. he doesn't seem like he has any idea what's going on. And you owe it to him. Okay. I know you guys back in March of 2010, you guys were there. You guys went through that horrible ordeal with Bella. And it's just, he needs to know what happened.
Yeah.
You know that. And I'll help you with that today. Okay? However I can. Why didn't you tell him what you told me in the second half?
Because what I told you last night, I just feel like a disgusting person and I don't want to, I don't know. It's just hard for me to say it.
Okay. Did you call Mom?
No.
Called your family yet? Why not?
Because I want to like tell them everything before I know nothing. I don't really know what's going on. You know?
When was the last time you talked to Mom or Dad?
Yesterday, I talked to my mom.
Before all this or afterwards?
Just in the morning when
Okay.
I woke up.
How do you feel about talking with me today? I know I asked you that last night, but you still okay with talking with me?
Yeah.
Okay. I went down to the coroner's office this morning, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But before I talk about that, the coroner and the medical examiner wanted me to just get a little bit more background information on you, so maybe they can kind of, in situations like this, it's not black and white. You know what I mean? It's just not okay. Here it is. There's some background stuff that they so we can try to figure out and put things together. Okay. Have you ever dealt with counseling? Been trained in like counseling for your work or anything like that? As far as dealing with the kids when they come with you, problems and stuff like that?
Yeah.
What type of counseling or training did you have for that?
It's just like basic like common sense training, like have the kid basically resolve their own issues and just ask them questions, like what could you done differently and stuff like that.
Okay. And it's the same premises that I work from, but like I said, the coroner wants just a little bit more background from you, as far as, maybe some, I told them what you told me about, or just for my own. You mentioned that you come from a religious background, family values and all that stuff. Can you explain a little bit more as far as where you're coming from on that, just so I can kind of understand as far as
What do you mean?
what are you, Baptist, Protestant? What type of religious background or what denomination do you?
I guess Christian. And
Okay.
I grew up at. Do you know who Dr. David Jeremiah is?
I don't.
And it's like a big church in San Diego, and I grew up there like going every Sunday, and my parents just always said, wait for the right one, wait till you're married, you won't regret it and stuff like that. So
How were your parents back then? Obviously, you don't have. Did you have any other boyfriends before Javon? I mean, boy friends, but like dating type boys
he's my
back.
first serious relationship.
What did they ever really like have a sit down with you and say, if they said just wait till you're married, it's better and stuff. What else did they say about that? Did they give you stern warnings as far as you better not?
Oh,
You know
not
what I mean?
like, yeah, like just like what moms do, but I think they like kind of knew because they'd spend the night at his house and stuff like that, and
Right.
So.
Well, I haven't always been married. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even my oldest girls, I have two older girls. One's 19, one's 21. Okay.
Mhm.
And they don't live in the home, but I don't need to ask them if they're
Yeah.
doing stuff. It's pretty. When people are in
Yeah.
relationships and when they're doing stuff like that. So and as parents, we even know it more so because you act differently, you dress differently, you talk differently, stuff like that. So a lot of that, just parental intuition.
Yeah.
What are you gonna think? What do you think Mom's gonna say when you tell her the whole truth?
I have no idea. I've been thinking about it all day. I don't know.
You think she's gonna come unglued? Or do you
My
think
mom's
she's
not like that.
pretty mellow? I mean, I don't know her.
Yeah,
She a
she's
nice
really
lady?
mellow.
How about dad?
I don't know.
Well, that's a concern for me. Okay, the other part of me is you don't need to be taking a bunch of heat from people. You're already going through a hard enough time. If they call me after you tell them and they call me, I kind of want to know what I'm getting into. You know what I mean? What do they do for work?
They're both teachers. My dad's high school, my mom's preschool.
Okay. So, and is it a Christian school or is it public school?
My dad works at public, my mom works at Christian.
Okay. I mean, so, it's probably not going to be too far-fetched for either one of them hearing, that you were pregnant and not married. That's not going to shock their senses because that's common. I can see them saying, well, it's my girl.
Yeah.
When were you adopted?
When I was 2.
Okay. Do you know much about your bio mom or bio family?
Just that she did a ton of drugs when she was pregnant with me, and I was born with a lot of drugs inside of me. And then CPS took me away, and I was in foster care from when I was born until I was 2. And then I got adopted.
Okay. So,
And I had a closed adoption.
a closed adoption?
Mhm.
Have you ever met your real mom? So, I mean, when I came into my stepdaughter's lives, one of them was 2, one of them was 4. I mean, that's pretty much mom and dad for you. I mean, you're
Yeah.
23 now. How was home life growing up as a little girl?
It was like normal, like a, typical suburban family.
Decent,
Nothing
probably
out of-
decent family.
Yeah.
Had middle class.
Mhm.
Probably had money, able to do stuff. And I'd imagine you probably weren't living in
Yeah, and a
poverty and
2-story
stuff.
house, like a playground thing in the back, like, in a neighborhood.
Christmas time, there was plenty of gifts. I mean,
Yeah.
other than kids always wanting more, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like you only had one. I mean, that's
No, yeah.
the prototypical or the standard, decent upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you something probably even more personal. Have you ever been sexually assaulted or molested as a girl
Mm-hmm.
by anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have and you haven't told anybody, I want you to tell me about it now. So,
Yeah, I haven't.
how about as an adult? Have you been raped or anything? Nothing like that.
Mhm.
So, as far as that type of life, as far as sexual experiences go, would you characterize them as been a good thing? I mean, as far as not having any bad experiences, other than
Yeah.
I know it's tough. I know I'm asking you all this stuff, but it's been a long morning for all of us. And remember last night I told you, I'm gonna have some people asking a lot of questions of me as far as what's going on. So that's where a lot of this is coming from because, I have a list of things I wanna ask you. And that's just kind of where I'm coming from. And you're doing a really good job, okay? I know it's tough, but it's something I just kind of need to get through. And we talked about this last night, and just to confirm, this has been your main job for the last 3 years?
4.
And
4.5.
what'd you do before that?
I worked at
A salon?
a board shop, yeah. A
board
board
shop.
shop and then a salon.
Like a surfboard shop?
Yeah.
What'd you do there?
I was a sales associate.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever surf yourself?
No.
Body board or anything like that?
Well, I went to the beach all the time,
Right.
but yeah, that's about it.
Now, you said that you spent 1 year in the Julian Academy or in the school
Yeah.
when you were
17 months.
You spent 17 months in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you had a decent upbringing. How come you got put in the school? What happened?
My parents are both teachers, and I was getting D's and F's like end of my sophomore year, like beginning of my junior year, and they just thought I had like a lot of issues with my adoption because I was so like kind of distant from them, but it was just like a teenager. I didn't like I've always looked at them as my parents and never thought of them as anything different, but they kind of did just because I don't know, I pushed them away kind of.
Your sophomore year, you were what, 13?
15,
15.
14.
Teenage girl, and no offense, I've had two of them go through my house. So, stand by. It's
Yeah.
freaking chaotic. And correct me if I'm wrong, what I'm hearing is that did your mom and dad think that whatever the 15-year-old teenage girl stuff was contributed to your, did you ever talk to them and say, Mom, Dad, that's not it. I'm a teenage girl. Did you guys ever have those conversations?
No, because I didn't really like them or talk to them at all when I was like 15 or 16. I didn't want anything to do with them.
Why?
They annoyed me. I don't know.
Okay, why?
Just because they were my parents, and I was like, I never touched alcohol, I never kissed a boy, I was such a goody-goody, and I kind of didn't want to be, and that's how I rebelled. It was being mean to them. Like, I never went to parties or anything, I just was mean to my parents.
Sorry.
Okay.
Breaking one of my own rules, but. Have you been back up at the academy today?
No.
Have you had any contact with anybody up there?
No.
Has any of the girls called you to check? Or, well, I have your phone. Have any of them called Javon to ask about you? Just like wrote you off or what?
I guess, I don't know.
Did you check like emails, Facebook? You do that kind of stuff? I mean,
Yeah, I didn't check
no one's-
anything.
no one's done anything?
I haven't checked.
When I was down talking with the coroners, I told myself, well, just try to get water. And I couldn't remember. And I remember you saying that you were put some water on your finger just to try to dip it in the mouth or on the tongue. How else did you try to provide water?
I just tried with the cup, but I didn't want to choke her, so I could sit her up and just try and have her drink out of that, but it just wasn't working, and so I just tried with my finger constantly.
And any milk products, like cow milk, goat milk? And I know we talked about breast milk. Did you ever think that you had her latch on where she was able to ever breastfeed?
If she actually got milk?
Mm-hmm.
That clear stuff, but I wasn't producing, so it was just that.
Because the clear stuff, about the first day or so, it's not really nutrition. It's just everything kind of priming itself. So,
Yeah.
And you really didn't start getting your milk in until a few days later, until after she passed, right?
Yeah.
The days when she was with us, talk to me about some of her clothes, diapers, stuff like that. What did you have?
I just had her in blankets. I'd bathe her after she went to the bathroom and stuff like that, and then just put her in new blankets.
So how many times did she go poop? Did you know?
2 or 3 times, I think.
She probably had that first one, the big black one.
Yeah.
Did you get that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal. Do you know that? Okay. Yeah, it's the body, going from being inside the mom state to going outside. You get the big old black tar type poo, and that goes on for the first couple of days or whatever. Then as they start to eat, they start to regulate, and usually it turns it's usually green and stuff. But
I never got to normal color. It was always that black color.
the black color. And how about urine?
I don't remember.
Okay. I know it's tough. Okay. Now I see you're dressed again today. Those look like different tights. or different
Yeah.
leggings. Is that, I mean, is this your normal style of dress?
Yeah.
Do you usually wear like bulky clothes on the upper portion and whatnot? And is that, I mean, still, because when we talked last night, you told me you didn't have to change your dress per se. And is that how you were, and I'm not putting words in your mouth, is that how you're able to conceal, I mean, your belly? Let me ask you this. I mean, and I know all women do it. When you're naked and you look, did you ever look in the mirror at yourself to see how you looked?
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, how'd you look? I mean, obviously you had a belly, or
Well, I didn't start showing until like when I don't remember. But I was like hungry all the time and everything, and I was like, am I pregnant? I don't know. And then I just started feeling the kicking, and that's when like I started noticing like my stomach and stuff. But I just thought I was like gaining weight normally.
when you're up at the, now we talked a little bit about your background as far as, maternity stuff, basically what you learned in school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you had Bella, okay, Javon was aware of that and he was part of that, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys, how many classes did you go to as far as parenting classes, or what did you do to prepare for that?
Oh, I hid that pregnancy from him too. He didn't know until I went to the hospital.
So the night that you went to the hospital was the first time you knew? But during that pregnancy, how did you care for yourself? Did you take any prenatal then? Did you Google what to do for the baby as far as, health-wise, what you should be doing? Stuff like that?
For my body?
Mm-hmm. Is
I think so. I just started eating healthy, more greens and stuff like that. But nothing I didn't take any extra vitamins or anything.
And you still were doing the alcohol consumption then?
Yeah.
Go ahead. If you need more, let me know. After the baby passed, and I'm just recapping here, okay, tell me yes or no. You kept her in the laundry basket and the sheets and the pillows. You kept her in your room over by the closet, over by your stuff. And that's where she stayed for the better part of a month and a half. Stayed in there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
How many times a day did you check on her? You know what I mean? Even though she's passed, did you just leave her there? And
I couldn't look at her. I was so ashamed. I didn't look.
Friday, you find out that your stuff's been tampered with or moved with. And it sounds to me like the girls were maybe looking for some clothes or a blanket or something. And then obviously you realize, oh crap, right?
Yeah.
What time or when did you have the opportunity to move her from the bedroom to the storage area?
I came home from Jamon's that night and I realized that I was sitting on my couch what's gonna happen. And then I went to sleep and I just woke up super early and took her down there before I went to work.
Okay, and then that's where she's been ever since?
Yeah.
How many times did you go back to check on her in the laundry room to make sure she was still there?
I just peeked my head in just to see if anyone moved it or anything, just once or twice.
Now, what did the girls that were up there, they talked to you that Friday night? Tell me about that.
Wait, talk to me? It was
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Saturday night? Yeah.
Nothing about anything like that.
What did they talk about?
Just normal work stuff, and we went out and hung out like normal.
Did they confront you about the baby or anything? Is any one of them going to tell me otherwise?
No.
Okay. And who all, prior to Jovan knowing in the last couple of weeks, and I guess I'll put it this way. if you hid the pregnancy and nobody had any idea, you deserve an Oscar for keeping it hidden for so long. I'm not being rude or disrespectful, but it's real tough to hide that kind of stuff. I don't care who you are. And like you said, you said you're a bigger girl. You're not. Okay, you're an average-sized girl. How did you do that without having anybody know?
I have no idea.
And after the baby was born, I know I talked to you about the crying. I mean, how did nobody hear, or did anybody ever say, is there a baby crying? Are there any other babies up there?
Mm-mm.
Are there any other little kids up there?
Mm-mm.
Like families and stuff?
No.
Did you ever hear scuttlebutt or, grapevine that I heard a baby crying
Mm-mm.
at all in those 3 or 4 days?
No.
You had her on early Monday morning. You were off that day. You were off Tuesday.
Yep.
Went back to work Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So you went back to work at 7,
Mm-hmm.
and you took her to that vacant residence the first day? When you were working the first day, you took her, where did she stay while you were working?
In the apartment.
In that apartment? Okay. Where at in the apartment did she stay at?
There's like there's 2 rooms in the far left room.
Okay. Stayed in the basket, or stayed on the floor, stayed on the bed, or what?
She stayed in, I put a bunch of blankets and made a barrier around her just so she was comfortable.
So she didn't have any clothes on, she was just in the sheets? Okay. How many times, what were your intervals of going back checking on her to make sure she was comfortable?
I spent the night there because I'd leave Javon's at 12 because we had curfew. And then I'd go to my house for a little bit and then I'd sneak over there and stay there probably till 4 in the morning and go back to sleep in my room. And then just check on her as often as I could.
Okay, so Wednesday, you got off work at 5 on a Wednesday?
No, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. So you worked from 7 to 9?
And I had 2 breaks.
You go check on her, you get off work, and then you stayed over at Javon's till midnight?
Yeah.
Go back to your place,
Mm-hmm.
go sleep with her for a couple hours, go back to your place, and get back up to work the second day.
Go
Yep.
check on her.
Okay? So now we're up to Thursday. And I think that's the day that you told me that you found
Oh,
her
you're talking about, okay. And I found her after work on Thursday.
dead.
Yep.
What did you do at that point?
Cried my eyes out. And I put her in my car and I was like, what am I gonna do? And then I just put her, I just carried the blankets into my room and then my basket was in my room and I put her in there.
And that's where she's been ever since until this weekend. And I know I keep asking you, and I got to. Why? Why didn't you just get help? Why didn't you just bite the bullet and just say, I need help, I need to tell somebody that I have a baby? Because you know that's going to be the biggest question that anyone's ever going to have. Your mom's going to ask that. Your mom's going to ask, why didn't you call me? What are you going to, and I can't have it, I don't know. I mean, at that point, you made the decision not to, and I need to know why.
was just scared and so many things were running through my head and I didn't want to put Javon through this again and he had so much going on in his family and I didn't want to bring something else into it and just stupid reasons, I guess.
Looking back, what should you have done?
Not have sex.
Well, that would be probably, that's looking a lot further back.
Came to the hospital or done something other than what I did.
You mentioned that you started driving to Chico, or you were going to go to Chico one night. How far, and I don't think we finished, how far did you get down Whitmore Road, or did you even get far? Tell me about that.
I got like, to where like the yellow line begins, you know.
Oh, okay, down there by Bateman or down by
Yeah.
Fern Road.
Mm-hmm.
And then you stopped there and stayed with her that night there on the side of the road, or what?
No guys, I woke up early that morning. That was Monday morning. And I just like stayed with her until like noon.
Where did you
On
stay?
the side of the road.
On the side of the road down there?
Yeah.
What, like,
Just like on like a dirt path. I just like pulled over. Just like holding her and stuff.
and then you came back?
Yeah.
Did she stay with you in your room?
No, I put her in the apartment thing.
Oh, okay. So even on your days off, you kept her in the apartment also?
Yeah.
Well, because you still had roommates and people around?
Yeah.
And you just kept, what did you just keep going back and checking on her?
Mm-hmm.
Did you stay with her during the night on your days off?
Just like the same of what I did on my days on.
Okay, so that was pretty much the same schedule?
Yeah.
Midnight to Javon's, go back,
Yeah.
go in and be up, and then just check on her throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's at some point you had to say to yourself, what I am doing is not right. Did you ever have one of those moments?
Yeah.
Tell me about
Well, like when I was driving back up, I was like, what am I doing? Like I needed to go, but I like couldn't. I don't know. I just like couldn't let her go, but I like didn't know what to do. So I was just like, oh, I'll wait until my milk comes in and figure something. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking all these stupid things. What was the question? I don't remember.
So at some point you had to realize, you had to have a little self-revelation
Yeah.
that what you're doing was not the right thing to do, and that you needed to do something. And I guess my question is why didn't you, Jessica? I mean, come on, listen. Why didn't you do something? Why didn't you take her to the hospital? Why didn't you? It's your baby.
I know.
Why didn't you name her? I mean, that's your baby. You named Bella.
You know.
Why didn't you name this one?
I don't know. I just
'Cause
like
you
didn't.
Didn't want to be attached and go through what you did
Yeah.
last time? I mean, just tell me, okay? I don't want to have to sit here and pull. I mean, I know a lot of the answers that's coming from you, okay? But you're making it harder on both of us today, okay? Why didn't you name her?
Because I feel like if I named her, then it was like real. I don't know. It was like just like a bad dream to me, and I like didn't want to think about it after it was all over. I was thinking about a name and stuff like that, but I don't know, like how I didn't feel like I could name her after like what I did to her, you know?
What'd you do to her?
I like didn't take care of her. I would step up.
But you didn't name her before all that. You didn't have her named before you gave birth. And we're not talking about not naming her after birth. You had no name in mind. Yes or no? Jessica, you weren't planning on keeping her. And you couldn't bear to give her up for adoption? And you couldn't bear to keep her for yourself because of maybe public scrutiny? I mean, I'll be real honest with you. I've been honest with you. And I've seen this before. Probably just let her die and do away with her. And that everybody know about it. Is that
But I
accurate or
tried.
inaccurate?
Like I tried
I'll
to
give you
defeat.
that. I'll give you that. And I think part of that is because I'd imagine hearing those cries. Okay, it's bad enough when you have a healthy baby and you're taking care of it, and to hear those cries. But when you know that you're detaching yourself and separating yourself from it, there's still a maternal instinct. Okay, that's your baby. When the baby cries, you hurt inside. Were you just trying to give her water just to not feel the pain of you? I mean, what? That's what I'm asking about. I need to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I just. I don't know.
I can't have I don't know.
Oh.
I know you're in a bad position. I know. I can't imagine how bad you feel. Okay? You're not the worst person in the world. There's a lot more worse persons in this world, okay? But when I go back to my boss and he asks, well, why did this happen? You're leaving me only one choice but to tell him she let the baby die because she didn't want to do anything else about it.
No, I don't think that's true.
Okay, then tell me something else then. Because, I mean, that's where we're at.
I was just scared and I just didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know how to walk into a hospital with like a brand new baby.
Hang on a
or
second.
like that.
Hang on. You know how to take care of kids up there. You know how to call the police for help. You've called in runaways. Your car got broken into or something, didn't it, a couple months ago? Or somebody.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was a company car.
You knew to call for that stuff. Okay. You knew. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. But you got to understand where I'm coming from. You knew. You knew what to do. You're a smart girl. You're educated. I mean, you got kids in your family, you know, nieces, nephews. I mean, you know. I just want to know why you did. And I don't want to have other people come to their own conclusion or make their own assumptions about it, because it's best that it comes from you, so maybe some people can understand it. Otherwise, they may say, you know what? She didn't give a care. I guess she is. I guess people could say she's heartless. She's cold. I don't want to think that. But if you take yourself and put yourself in my position, or put yourself like on the outside looking in, how do you think that looks? You feel it. You've already told me you feel like you're a horrible person.
Yeah.
Did you cover her to muffle the cries?
I just hold her.
Did you hold her too tight to make her be quiet?
No.
Were you physically with her when she passed? You know what I mean by that? Have you ever been with somebody when they passed away?
No.
Since the day she died, what's been going on? What's like your personal life? You still going out, hanging out? What's going on?
Living life normally.
Just living life?
As I could. Cry myself to sleep for like the first couple weeks, and then one day I just like couldn't stop crying, and Tiffany was like asking me what was wrong, and Javon was like wanted to tell them so bad, but I don't know why I did it.
How long ago was that?
A couple weeks ago.
Did Alejandra or Corey ever talk to you about that? I mean, over the weekend about Friday night?
No.
Because Alejandra's back down in San Diego.
Yep.
And then Corey's still up there. Okay. Let me go check with Caleb and Jovan to see what they got going on, and then I'll be right back. Okay. If you use the restroom or whatever, get some water. Feel free. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Bathroom break or anything? All right. Okay. You need to give it up. Okay. This is going down a road that's not good. Okay. And I think you know the concerns that we have. Okay. How much water? Because frankly, Jessica, you didn't take care of her. Okay. When you were giving her water, how many times a day did you give her water?
Like every time I visited her.
Okay. So
Like
how long would you visit her at a time?
every time it's different.
Okay.
Depending on, like,
Walk me through Monday. Day she was born. Walk me through it. Tell me the day.
I spent the night in my car with her, and then I woke up and went to sleep in my room for like a couple hours, and then and I woke up and I was like, I gotta take her. So then I went down, and I just stayed in my car until like 12, or like 1. And then,
PM in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, what am I gonna do with her? So then I took her to the apartment, and then I tried feeding her, like breastfeeding her, and then like wasn't working, but she was just like sleeping. So then I tried to feed her water, and then I left her. I was probably there until like 3, and then I went and showered and did laundry because there's like stuff everywhere. And then I went back, and she's like still sleeping, and she's just like awake a lot. Like she was just like fussy a little bit. She didn't really cry a lot like that first day. And then I tried to feed her again, and then that was like the first time she pooped was like that night. And then I bathed her in the sink, and then I tried to give her water then. And just like little times like that, you know.
How much? And that's all on the Monday. And when you were giving her baths at the apartment or at your place?
The apartment.
The vacant one.
Yeah.
Is that where most of your interaction occurred with her, as far as bathing her, giving her water,
Yes.
and spending time with her? Did you ever spend time with her back at your place? Why?
Because I didn't want anyone to see.
So that Monday night, how long did you leave her overnight in there?
What do you like by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
We went down the mountain at like 5, and then came back at probably I don't remember.
Because that's the night you went to Winco. That Monday night.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you went to Winco that night.
Okay.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you that you went to Winco that night. What'd you buy at Winco? You went with Jovan?
Yeah.
Okay, so 14 hours after you have the baby, you go to Reading with Jovan to Winco. Do you remember that night?
Yes.
What did you get at Winco that night?
Well, our friends go like bike riding all around, so I just bought alcohol.
Okay. What did you buy for the baby?
Nothing.
So then you go to Winco. Where do you go from there?
And we like ride bikes, and then when we get back at like 2 or 3, and then I dropped Javon off, and then I went over there and went back to my house at like 6.
Okay. We're talking about 2 or 3 in the morning
Yes.
till 6 a.m. You spend with her, and then you go back to your place. Okay, so now it's Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Day off from work.
Yeah, and then I don't remember what I did, but I'm pretty sure I woke up and went back over there. She was sleeping, and I tried to breastfeed again, and she would just like latch on and like fall asleep kind of, so I like just tried to squeeze my boob to like let milk come out, and just nothing was coming out, so I just tried to give her water again, and
Giving water by the finger,
yeah,
put it in her mouth, or still trying to give her some water
and
by
from
drink
a
cup?
cup too,
Okay.
both.
Was it successful? Did it seem like she was getting any nourishment? Did it seem like she was getting water? Or was the water just pouring out of her mouth? Because, I mean, babies don't drink that way.
Yeah,
That's why they have to latch on.
Yeah, no, it just like it would just go in her mouth, and then she'd like make that like a sucky noise, and so there was like still water in the cup and stuff like that, so I think she wasn't getting it.
Mhm. So Tuesday afternoon, evening,
I think I went back to Reading that night,
okay, 4.
just groceries and stuff like that.
Who'd you go with?
Javon.
Okay. Left her back in the vacant hotel, or vacant room. How'd you get into the room anyway?
It's unlocked.
Okay. Is it like a community? I mean, can anybody go in there?
Like it's not like free for all, but
But the door's unlocked, so anybody walking by could have went in there. Weren't you worried about somebody finding her in there?
no, someone usually goes in there.
Well, so what made you decide to use that room
Because
for
I
a
knew
safe
no one
house?
would go in there.
Okay.
And then, so then I knew my 48 hours were up for the surrender thing, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, it's Wednesday tomorrow and I have to work. I was like, I'll just take a sick day and I'll take her. And so I like went to work and I was like acting like I didn't feel good, and Tiffany was just like, well, just stick it out or whatever, so I didn't take the day off. So then I was just like, I was like, okay, then I'll just wait till my day's off and hopefully she'll make it.
You know that wasn't going to happen. I mean, how many times a day do you eat? You know what I mean? You know that wasn't going to happen. And I think that.
Hoping and praying it would.
But listen,
No.
you knew that wasn't going to happen, Jessica. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm telling you, you knew that wasn't going to happen, and you knew that she would pass away.
I was hoping I'd get my milk or something.
But you didn't. Why are you leaving her in a room that there's no air conditioning or heating or what? I mean, there's nothing on in that room. Did you set the air conditioner?
No, I didn't do anything. It was just like, it wasn't like hot or cold. It was like room temperature in there.
Right, probably 75, 80 degrees. But you're still, I mean, just leaving her there so anybody could come see her. And I'll be honest, Jessica. You let her starve so that your life wasn't affected. And you figured once she was dead, you could go about your life, but when she did die, for some reason something clicked and you couldn't follow through with it for whatever reason. Okay? Yes or no?
What do you mean follow through with what?
You couldn't do it anymore. Once you realized she died, you couldn't bury her, you couldn't do anything with her. Why did you keep her? I mean, she's dead. She's gone. Okay? You can go back to your normal life. Why'd you keep her?
Because I didn't want to let go of her.
But you didn't do anything to help her. Okay? you're smart enough. You know what you needed to do. You knew that. Why didn't you? I have the answer. You didn't want to affect Javon's life. You didn't want to affect your life. You were more concerned about those things than hers. Okay? So you let her die. How loud did she scream at times the days before she passed from hunger?
She was just like crying. She didn't really scream, and I
Because here's the other thing. If she's not screaming loud and no one's hearing it, then you did something else. You suffocated her.
No, I didn't do anything like that. No, I didn't do anything like that.
Because there's no way, we've been up there, okay? There's no way that baby, 4 days hungry, is going to be quiet, okay? The autopsy, perfectly healthy child, perfectly developed child, no developmental issues, okay? Perfectly healthy child. And I know, and everyone else knows, that after about the first day is the honeymoon day. Baby's tired, coming out in the new world. By day 2, by day 3, if the baby's not getting milk or nourishment, it's sounding like a foghorn or a fire engine driving by, screaming and squalling. Okay? There's no doubt in my mind at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning that baby wasn't doing that, because I've had babies in my house. They don't eat 7 o'clock in the morning, noon, and 6 at night. Brand new babies eat all night long. Moms get up to it. My wife had to get up out of her bed 6 to 7 times a night to feed our kids. Okay? You didn't do that. That baby had to have cried, had to scream, or that baby wasn't able to. Okay? What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything.
Because
I swear.
Stop, listen to me. There's no way she could have gone for 2 or 3 days in that room screaming without anybody hearing her. She was next door to an apartment that was occupied.
They were at home.
There was people walking around. It's September, mid-September, sunny, 85 to 90 degrees, people walking around. There's 90 people up there.
Like,
90 people.
Honestly, I don't know how no one heard her. That's what I'm wondering.
I know how. She wasn't alive to scream.
I swear I did not kill her. I didn't do anything to her. I promise you. I swear I didn't.
Tell me how. Stop. Tell me how. You have to. You got to understand where I'm coming from.
Tell you how what?
How do people not hear her scream in the middle of the night? Dead silent. Whitmore. Screams in the middle of the night.
I have no idea. The house next to where I was, they were on vacation in Riverside home. The next apartment over is way over.
There's maintenance guys that walk around and take care of stuff. Walk around the yards, mowing the lawns,
I have
cleaning
no
up the
idea.
stuff. It's simple. You walk down any residential street, any given time when there's a baby, there's a good chance over 3 days you're going to hear the baby screaming.
Like, honestly, I could hear her like a little bit when I was outside of the building, and that's it. And I had her like kind of further away from the window, and there was like a closet, but it was just like one of those like ones that it was open. It was just like a where you put your desk kind of thing. So I put her in there, but I don't.
Was she covered up so she could to muffle her cries?
No, I had 2 pillows right here and a pillow right here, and then blankets around her, and she was like swaddled in blankets. That's it. I never put my hand. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't muzzle her. I didn't do anything. I comforted her. That's it. I didn't suffocate her at all. I know it sounds like freaking bullshit, but I don't have I couldn't do that.
But you could let her starve to death.
I know it doesn't add up.
You can't suffocate her to put her out of her misery. So yet you're going to let her suffer and starve to death.
I was hoping she
Have you ever not ate for a day?
Yeah.
How did you feel on that second day?
Hungry?
How about on the third day? Have you gone 3 days without eating?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Sick?
How about the fourth day?
I haven't gone that long.
Okay, your baby did. Okay?
I know.
She suffered, she cried,
I know.
and thank God, God took her away. so she didn't have to suffer anymore. You know what the right thing to do is. You know to tell me the truth as far as everything that she's done. Listen, I'm inclined to hear you, but you got to understand where I'm coming from, okay? Now's the time you need to get something going for you here, okay? Because this road that we've been walking down, as far as not crying, not loud enough, that doesn't smell right, okay? People are going to hear that and they're going to say, that doesn't sound right. You go to any mom, any woman in this world that's had a baby that is hungry, okay, and they're going to say, freaking kid cried so loud I thought the cops were going to come thinking somebody was killed, okay? Babies cry loud. They don't know how to cry quietly like we do. You've been crying quietly. You know you can sit here and bawl your eyes out, wail, and all that stuff. Babies don't. They have one volume, and it's all the way.
Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I don't know how anyone did not hear her. I didn't suffocate her. I didn't do anything to muzzle anything. I didn't do anything like that.
So
I kept her in that room, in that house, and that's it. And the people next were out of town, and then the next house over is like really far, not like far, but like 20 feet away. And like she is old, she's grumpy and just listens to her iPod all day, you know, like stuff like that. And I don't know how people didn't hear her, but I did not do anything to hurt her in a physical one-on, like, you know, I did not I didn't physically hurt her at all.
Just didn't provide for her.
Yeah.
Why?
Why didn't I provide for her?
Yeah, let's cut the shit here, okay? I don't like to cuss, but let's just cut to the chase here. If she passed away, your problems were solved. You didn't have to be embarrassed. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that why you let her pass? You're struggling. I want to know why you're struggling. Because you know what the right answer is, but you don't want to say it because you know how bad it sounds. You don't want to hear it come out of your mouth. You don't want to hear it.
But I feel like my feelings are totally different than like what my actions were.
Well,
You know?
I'm telling you, you need to tell me what your feelings are because your actions are showing that you are that person. That you are that horrible person that just let the baby die. Okay? That's what your actions are showing. And you're sitting here telling me I don't know and not giving me anything to work with. Okay? That's where we're at right now. You know you're in trouble. Yes or no? You know this isn't right.
No, I definitely put something.
Okay? You need to tell me the truth. I need to understand that. Okay?
I've been honest from like the second part on. I swear everything I've told
We're past the line stillborn stuff. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
We're beyond it.
I've been honest from.
I'm the only one speaking for that baby right now, and I don't even have a name for her. What do I call her? I don't have a name for that. Okay? So I'm sitting here, I'm her voice today. I'm the only one that can speak for that girl, okay? You didn't see her this morning like I did. Okay? Mummified. Okay? Petrified, like a mummy. And I'm sitting there, I'm asking myself, how in God's earth can somebody do this to a defenseless little baby?
And that's why I was like so weirded out because I was like, this is like when I saw her, she like had her one arm up and like her legs were crossed and like her eyes were like kind of open. And I was like, what is this God like saying? Like, what the hell did you do? Like, why is she like, who dies like that? It was so weird to me. I can't get that image out of my head. And I mean, I deserve it. Like, I did it.
But why? Why didn't you just give her for adoption? Why didn't you just suck it up and be her mom and provide for her? Because you didn't want to lose your job? Well, you lost your job. Now look at it. Because you didn't want to disappoint Javon? Well, guess what? You've been lying to him for the last 24 hours. Okay? I mean, come on, Jessica. You're 22, 23 years old. You know right and wrong. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay? You've been brought up enough. You've been taught enough. We talked about all that stuff. You know that. This doesn't make sense. You're not crazy.
I feel like I am.
How?
Like what? Like I know all the right answers and I know what to say, but like, why? Like, who's inside me that would like do that? I don't understand it. Like, I can't comprehend it. I feel like
I don't know. How could you care so much about yourself and let your baby die and not really give a care about that? How does a person get to that point?
I have no idea.
How do you get to that point, Jessica? You're just gonna leave that up for us to figure out on our own? For us to wonder?
Oh,
What caused you? What was the trigger? What caused you not to freaking step up? At least give it up for adoption. Because of your being adopted?
no,
It sounds like you came from a good home.
I came from a really good home, but just the thought of like, someone, I don't know.
I can't help you with that, I know, Jessica. I can't be your advocate. I can't go to the people that make the big decisions around here
No,
with I don't knows. Okay?
I get
I'm
it.
tired of having my boss ask me questions and me saying, sir, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Okay? I can't go back to him with any more I don't knows. You're holding it back.
I don't know what I'm holding back though. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Like I feel like a crazy person, honestly. Like I don't even know. Like Javon was saying, he's like, I don't even know who you are, and I don't even know who I am. Like
When did
who
he say
does that? This morning.
Person that knows they did wrong and is trying to cover their tracks because they're worried about themselves. Selfishly. I mean, how do you go to Winco and go for a bike ride 12 hours after you give birth? I mean, let's talk about that, Jessica. You know how? You don't care.
I did care. I was like
You
sick.
didn't do anything though.
I know.
You're sick. Sick with what?
I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't do anything. I was just like numb. And like I was thinking about it the whole time, like what am I gonna do? Like
How'd you ride a bike?
Freaking hurt.
I mean, good night. Okay? I mean, how did you ride a bike 12 hours after birth with no pain medicine? What pain medicine did you use? Did you drink? Did you take a pill to ease the pain?
Mm-hmm.
Had the baby freaking cold turkey underneath the deck at 12 o'clock at night. I mean, Jessica. Explain it for me.
I just did not know what to do. I had so many
Jessica,
things. Like
You can't say that. You know,
no, I knew
you
what
don't know what to do is not going to help you because in every other facet of your life, you've known what to do.
I did know what to do, but I knew. I just.
Maybe we'll see what's going on with Javon. I think you need to talk to him and you need to tell him today before you leave here. Okay?
What is he being interviewed about?
Well, obviously, he's the father of the baby. And real honestly, last night when I talked to you, how does a man that have a girlfriend not know that his girlfriend was pregnant? I mean, that's, you know what I mean? There's certain facets of a relationship where he's going to notice. And if he doesn't notice, then maybe he needs to go back to sex ed and realize what's going on. How did you keep, your breast from leaking when you're around him? 3 or 4 weeks before delivery.
I just kept the bra on and stuff like that.
I'm going to check, see what's going on, okay? bathroom break now? Where do we go from here? What's on your mind? What's a worry? What's concerns? It's big girl time, okay? Talk to me.
What do you mean? Like what am I
Tell me what's on your mind. Life.
What's gonna happen next? Like what am I gonna do?
Like with regards to what?
Everything. What's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen work? What's gonna happen everywhere?
That's been the same theme all along here in the last 9 months, right?
What do you mean? Like what's
As far as
where he's been?
No, I'm talking about the last 9 months. Your concerns is what's going to happen with me, what's going to happen with my boyfriend.
What's gonna happen with the baby?
Well, explain that to me. What was your concerns about what's going to happen with the baby? I know we keep going back over this, but it's like I said, I mean, I don't have to keep asking you questions and pulling stuff out of you. I'll sit here and do that, but you're making it a lot more difficult for you because we're coming to the end of the road today. I need to hear something from you that I can take back and say, hey, here's the real deal. You said you were worried, concerns about the baby, what you're going to do with it. Well, I mean, Jessica, let's just be real frank. You didn't do shit in preparation as far as what you're going to do with the baby. You knew the baby was coming. You said 5 months in. So from 5 to 9 months, you didn't do shit in preparation for the baby. No clothes, no diapers, nothing. So what's that tell me?
Well, I was thinking like my first one like didn't make it. Like, is this one gonna make it? Should I go? And
Then go to the doctor. Have a sonogram. My sister had a stillborn baby, and your first baby wasn't stillborn either. Lived for 3 hours. That's in your paperwork.
yeah, tell me that.
My sister had a stillborn baby. 2.5 years later, she gets pregnant again. You know what she did? Every time she farted wrong, she thought something was wrong, so she went to her OB doctor. I said, you know what? I have bad smelling, and I'm exaggerating, but I mean, I had bad smelling gas, and I think something's wrong with me. She went almost every 2 weeks, and you know I know this because she was living with my mom at the time. Okay, it wasn't the best of situations. Okay, and I come from a background of, you know, religious beliefs and morals, and when I say I'm not going to bear all my family sins, but hey, I hear you. But my sister, when she was 25, on her second baby, after she lost the first one, did everything under the power because you don't want to know why? It's because she cared about her baby. Jessica, I can't sit here and say that you cared about your baby. You cared about you. How does a person get to that point?
I don't think that's fair to say because I know I didn't take care of it, but I honestly I don't even want to say it 'cause it just sounds retarded, but I did care for her.
Say what sounds retarded.
I did care for her.
Explain to me what actions you did to show that you cared for her. You drank? You didn't go to the doctor? What did you do up until the time she was born? You didn't tell anybody? And now we sit here today, and you can't even muster enough guts or whatever to stand on your own 2 feet to take responsibility for things that you probably should have. You can't even do that today.
I'm taking responsibility for it.
How? By coming here and saying, well, yeah, I didn't do this. I believe that you didn't suffocate her. I believe that. I really do.
But I did?
That you did not. Okay? I really do. But I also have other convictions and beliefs about what you did or didn't do.
What do you think I did?
I think you let her starve so you wouldn't have to worry about her. So you can go about your life. I mean, you've already told me that. Your life was doing so good. Javon's life was so good that he didn't need this. You didn't need this.
But it wasn't,
take it from there.
It wasn't intentionally I'm gonna have this baby and I'm gonna starve her and then next chapter
Well, how else was it, girl?
I honestly was gonna take her down. If she made it on my days off, I was going to do it.
When it was convenient for you. You had 3 days off. And then
Monday and Tuesday.
how many more days do you need to take her down if that was a concern or want that you were gonna? You drove 8 miles down Whitmore Road to Oak Run Road and got cold feet and didn't do it. And then you went back. And then you said, oh shit, 48 hours have passed. I can't do anything more. So then what's your next option? Can't get her up for adoption. I guess I'll let her die. That's the picture that's being, listen, that's the picture that's being painted. Okay? That's the picture that's being painted. How are you going to finish the painting?
What do you mean?
How are you going to finish this painting? Where do we go from here? I know enough doing my job. I know enough about persons and people. I'd be a fool to sit here and think that you're going to stand up and tell me 100% as far as what your thoughts were after that first 48 hours. After you realize I can't take her to adoption, I know what happened. Okay? I know it clicked in your head. Okay, you're not the first person that sat in my chair.
What, selfish thoughts?
Sure.
Is that what you're saying?
You tell me, Jessica. You keep asking me questions to ask you. You tell me. This is your turn to tell me. I don't need to sit here and ask you. You need to tell me. Because listen, okay, this is big time. Okay, this isn't games. This is a 22-year-old chicken shit girl stuff, okay? A baby died because of you.
I know.
So suck it up and tell me what you thought, what you were doing. It's that simple. Do you not have enough character to do that?
I do, but
Do you not care enough? No, you know what? You do care enough about you. You don't care enough about her or anything else. It's about you. That's what you're telling me by not telling me what you need to. Okay? This isn't my first day. Okay?
Oh.
I know what I'm doing. I know what you did. Why did you do that? Why did you give her up? Why did you let her die?
I guess it is.
Well, here's the deal. You're not going to tell me, are you?
I'm trying to tell you.
Time's running out.
I'm trying to explain.
Then explain it, Jessica. I leave this room again, I may not come back here. You need to tell me now. The time's ticking.
I guess it's just selfish reasons, and I'm thinking okay, my milk's not coming in, there has to be a reason, just stupid shit going through my head the whole time, okay, maybe she's not meant to live, maybe I'm not producing milk for a reason, okay, that's stupid, what, okay, if she can make it to my days off, then it's meant to happen, she's meant to live, just stupid things like that were going through my head the whole time, and okay, I'll take her down. Just stupid
Tell me, this
stuff,
is what I'm asking you about. That's not stupid stuff. I know, I understand where that came from.
I feel like such a crazy person saying it, and honestly, it wasn't about me. I really cared for her, but I just really cared for Javon, and I didn't want to mess things up for him because he's has such a hard upbringing, and I just didn't want to bring another thing on his plate. And it's just
Say it, Jessica.
I haven't haven't looked at it as being selfish until like you said something, but I guess it was me being selfish in mine and Javon's life. And I don't know why I didn't take in consideration like her well-being.
Okay? That's what I'm asking for. Right? I mean, that's what I'm asking for. So I can understand better, because that's what I'm asking for. So now where do we go? What about Javon? What about Javon now? How is he gonna take this?
I have no idea.
Do you want to see him?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
What?
I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like sorry is such a stupid word, but I just wish I could go back and do things differently.
Like what?
All differently. Like, freaking step up to the plate. Like, I know all the right answers and everything. I just, why didn't I do that? I don't.
Well, you already answered. Because by
But it's just
stepping up,
a stupid boy. Like, why couldn't I just have done it?
why couldn't you?
Selfish reasons, I guess.
What are you gonna tell Mom?
What, like, am I gonna leave so foul? Is that what you're asking?
I'm just asking.
I don't
What are you
know.
gonna tell Mom? If she walked through the door right now, what would you say to her?
I'm sorry.
For what, Jessica? Can you hear her saying, Jessica, what's wrong? What would you tell her?
I don't know.
Why are you crying?
Cry about everything. And I'm just like so sorry and like I'm sick to my stomach. Like I don't.
What questions do you have of me?
What happens now?
You're gonna be arrested.
For what?
Child endangerment causing death.
What does that mean?
Murder.
What does that mean? I'm gonna be in prison for the rest of my life.
That I don't know.
Like, honestly, like, I did not, like, murder her. Like, I don't, like, I did not murder her.
Well,
I don't know what I can, like,
okay. There's
Like, I
different
get-
levels of murder.
I get what, like, I did not step up to the plate. I didn't take care of her. I didn't do that. But, like, my intentions were not to freaking kill her. Like, I did not want her to die. I did not want her to die. I didn't. And I know freaking going out on Monday, like, looks like I was carelessness and whatever. But, like, honestly, I don't. I'm not that person. Like, I really am not. You know? I did not kill her on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose.
You placed that child in a dangerous situation that caused her death. Your inactions and things you didn't do, knowing that you should have done. That's what the district attorney's gonna say. It's not like you hid in the woods and came out and stabbed and killed somebody. There's different variations, but that's kind of my understanding as far as what's gonna happen today. But I'll know more when I go back and have another conversation with some folks.
Like, I'm seriously getting arrested.
I believe so.
Well, like, what happens? Like, what?
Well, when I get that in concrete, when I figure out exactly what's going on, I'll
It's
explain
not
it
for
to you.
sure yet.
I'm pretty confident it's going to be.
Like, is there anything I can do to make it not happen?
I've been trying that for, well, since 5:45 yesterday when I started working on this, and it's now 3 o'clock the next day, and I've been spending time with you trying to get things pieced together. Let me go check on some things. I'm gonna take your purse.
Like, please,
And then, hang on a second, hang on.
I'm like freaking out. Like,
Okay, I understand that. But hang on. Okay, I'll be back. Okay? Just hang tight.
Can I see Javon?
I'll see if he wants to. Okay, hang on. Puking? I'll just puke in the garbage can. Okay. Some things I need to still go through. You guys are still staying up on the Ramada? Okay. Can I go up? Can I have your permission to go in there and look at some stuff?
There's nothing in there, but
Okay.
sure. Why do you need to go through there?
Just to complete the investigation. It's where you stayed. Obviously, since you are aware, we had our conversation yesterday. 12 hours have passed. I just want to see, are you holding anything there? Is there any journals? Is there anything that would shed light onto this whole mess?
No.
Okay. So either, basically two things happen. I ask you nicely if you give me consent. If you say no,
No, you can.
And
That's
then-
fine. You can.
okay. That's all.
I was
mean,
just wondering why.
just a thorough part of my investigation. Same thing with this. I'll go through this about some medical records, like your doctor, when you went to Dr. Doyle for your tooth and all that stuff, and the other doctor. I just want to be able to, what it does is, it just saves me time, basically, because I'm going to get that information one way or the other. I'm just trying to make this as quick so we can get some answers a lot quicker than waiting weeks and weeks and weeks. So, what room are you guys in up there?
305.
Because the room's registered in your name?
Have you talked to my parents?
No, I haven't. If you can just print your name there, read this. It's regarding the Ramada Inn, I don't know the numbers on Twin View, but I'll fill that in. Twin View Boulevard, Reading, room 305. And here's to take pictures, to look at, go through whatever properties there in regards to this investigation. This written permission is being given by me to the above named deputy sheriff, which is me, voluntarily and without threats or promise of any kind. So if you're okay with this, print and sign there.
Is Javon still here?
Yeah. You don't know about what time you went to Dr. Doyle's, did you? That's all right. I'll have to leave that blank for now, because I'll go to him and ask him when it was, and then go from there. But this is just a medical release so that I can go to the doctor and ask for your medical records for that day. If you can just print your name there, your date of birth there. Feel free to read this. It's probably going to be other, since you didn't. It's going to be at another doctor's appointment, but I don't know where that's at right now. Read that. If you're okay with it, sign and date it there. And date your date of birth. What? You had a traffic accident down in when you were on vacation seeing your mom or something back in August? How bad was that accident?
Just I was turning and someone like waved me on to go and it was too late.
It's like a little fender bender. Did you go to the hospital or doctor for that? Today's date is November 7th. Did they rule you at fault or anything, or the other person at fault? Okay. Let me go take care of this. I'll check with Jovan, see what's going on with him, and see if he wants to see you or whatnot.
So I'm not going home tonight, like I'm not leaving.
No.
What's gonna happen?
Probably myself and one of the officers take you over to the jail, get you booked, and see what's going to happen from there.
There's nothing I can say like to not go.
I don't know. I mean, is there? But before you say anything, I mean, obviously, since I told you that you're going to jail, we're kind of at a different part of our interview. I mean, if you want to continue to talk about stuff, either just random talk or what, I'd have to read you your Miranda rights now, okay, because you're in custody, okay? You know what your Miranda rights are? You ever watch television? You have the right to remain silent, all that stuff?
Yeah.
For us to continue talking about this, since I basically told you, you're not going anywhere other than where I tell you, I'd have to read you those rights so we can continue to talk. I can do that, and we can continue having a conversation. I can probably answer more questions for you freely, but at this point I can't talk anymore about it. And the reason I say that is because I don't want to step on your rights at this point, okay? That's where I'm at. That's just the honest, straight thing that I have to do. You want me to read that to you? You want me to give you a few minutes? I can come back? Or what?
See Javon.
I'll see if he wants to see you. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't need a bunch of drama either, as far as fighting and...
No, we're not dramatic.
So, if you want to continue to talk about this, I'd have to read you your rights. You want me to do that so we can still talk, or what?
Sure.
And this just allows me to keep talking with you about, whatever, while we're still together. I'm assuming you never had your rights read to you before? Okay. Probably seen them on TV, typical thing, copy, the right to remain silent, all that stuff. Well, that's what we're here for, okay? I just need you to answer yes or no to these questions, okay? You have the right to remain silent, do you understand?
Yes.
Anything you say may be used against you in court, do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to the presence of an attorney before and during questioning, do you understand?
Yes.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge for any questioning if you want. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You understand your rights? Okay. So if we want to keep talking and try to clarify stuff, we're okay with that. Let me go check on Javon and a couple things, and I'll come back and see if he wants to see you, and we'll go from there for now, okay?
Jessica's baby Lily lived for 4 days before dying of starvation and dehydration. Jessica then placed her in between blankets in a laundry basket in her room. It wasn't until October 3rd of 2014 that Jessica Bradford was sentenced to 25 years to life for the murder of her 4-day-old baby Lily. She will be eligible for parole after 25 years. Jessica Bradford appealed the verdict the same day. I want to thank you all for watching. We have a lot more content on the way, so make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you in the next one.